I know how hard it can get. You gotta live. What about me?
Hey, Smita, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, Shenanigans in town at the ranch this week. Just getting into it. But anyway, time for the podcast.
We got it all on KTP, the podcast made for you and me. Tune in now on your TV for news about our game. For all your stories, big and small.
Welcome back to the podcast. And, yeah, welcome back to the garden home.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Little fly down to Toorak for the weekend.
Do
And
a bit of gardening.
bit of gardening, yeah.
Why are you walking funny?
Tram ride.
Toorak.
The tram ride.
Is that what you call them down there?
Uncomfy seats.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. But,
That was good.
Yeah, I bet. You have a beautiful, crazy lady, how are you?
No, I'm okay.
Oh, just okay. Okay.
For obvious reasons.
Fair enough. Mark, you're just okay too?
No, I'm glad to be here,
Yeah, well,
despite Penrith getting beaten. It's probably the highlight of the weekend.
Oh, you're lucky you're sitting over there.
Jay.
Wow. That'll do, mate.
Anyway, welcome everyone. Tonight's show is brought to you by Full Throttle Ranch and Full Throttle Barbecue and the Full Throttle Ranch Guest Lounge. We have a look.
How are we? Good
Good,
weekend?
Good weekend.
Yeah, footy was good.
Feed was good on Saturday.
Only for
Yeah,
one
footy
of
was
us.
really good.
Feed was great on Saturday. Company was even better. But,
I didn't even get to finish mine.
Oh, didn't
I
you?
couldn't. No, I
Heck
only
was
had
that
that. I only had the cowboy caviar, mate. Literally.
And Chris had the cowboy.
I'm pretty sure someone was cowboying out there.
Anyway. All right, let's dive straight into it. The NRL news brought to you by Hip Pocket Workwear.
The Raiders have an official update on Xavier Savage's syndesmosis injury. Initial reports indicated he will only miss 4 weeks. However, the club confirmed he will miss 8 weeks.
Mm.
Big loss.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think so.
It is, but he wasn't.
Setting the world on
Yeah,
fire, but
he
no
wasn't
one was
killing
in
it at the
Canberra.
moment. So I think it might do him a bit of good to get his head back to where it should be.
Well, yeah, it's 16 others that need the same thing in there, really.
Wow.
Disappointing.
They got to win on the weekend, so you got to be happy with that.
Yeah, well, true.
Cameron Ciraldo has praised Bronson Cherry's return on Thursday night and says he communicated brilliantly on his edge. The players were already in there talking about that. It was something he needed to work on, he added.
I don't think Canterbury were that good. Sorry, Luke.
Nah, there's definitely still a lot of improvement.
I just think Penrith were bad. They were really bad. Like, where was Toole?
I think it's the clunkiest I've seen Penrith for a long time.
That's what I mean. Like no disrespect, credit where credit's due. You know, they got the 2 points, but I don't think I've seen Penrith that bad in 5 years. I mean, that's a big call, but
I think the Bulldogs just tackled really well. They just
did.
aimed up.
They suffocated us, which
Yeah,
is what we
absolutely.
normally do.
And the first 5 games, that has not happened to them.
But Cleary was passing balls behind players.
Yeah.
They had pressure put on them. They
Yeah.
were quick in the ruck.
Yeah.
They were all over them at
I
first.
think
and rattled
that's
them.
where, Canterbury really had the advantage. Just smaller bodies, just quicker line speed, and just Penrith weren't used to it, I guess.
Yeah, true. Hey, credit to Bulldogs. Good on.
Ivan Cleary indicated that he felt his left edge didn't have their mind on the job Thursday night. He joked, maybe they're getting ready for Origin camp, but has backed them to bounce back this round.
He's right. Mine wasn't on the job. I don't know what it was, and like he said, it was left edge. But
That wasn't Alamoni, was it, mate?
no, wasn't.
He was actually quite.
The whole team was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very surprised. Like,
I
think
don't think
everyone
it's
will.
Origin. I think it's just. I think it was just a little bit of
just an off game.
lapse of daisy, thinking 5 games, we're cruising.
That's what I
Canterbury
think.
probably aren't playing their best footy.
Yeah, I think they were in cruise control.
Yeah.
Also, loss
Yeah.
they needed to have, wasn't it?
So early.
Yeah.
Well, it's better having it now than
Grand final.
grand final. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
How good
I'll
was
take a loss
finals?
every 5 weeks if If
How
that's
good
what
are
it
the
takes to be
odds?
fresh and
Literally. Penrith were like $1.08 or something, and Canterbury were like $5 or something.
Yeah.
Would have been
Give me
worth it.
100 on that, mate. I'd be happy.
Yep.
I wouldn't have wasted 100 on the dogs, though. Sorry, Lukey.
Warriors forward Murata Nakore is bound for Newcastle on a 3-year contract starting in 2027.
Good signing.
Yes, especially because we're going to be losing a few. So,
He's still only young. Remember the other week we were talking about it, and we weren't sure how old he actually was because of how long that he actually played at Parramatta for as well. He's only 28-year-old, mate.
yeah.
Yep.
But in 40 years, he's probably 34. Well, he's been around for a million years, hasn't he?
It
Like,
seems like he's been
Yeah.
around a tourney, but yeah, after we spoke, literally, I was watching the Warriors game, and they said he's only 28. I was like,
I reckon he'll be good at Newcastle.
Yeah, we need the size.
Yeah, 100%.
he's huge, mate.
He's had a really good season so far. He's been really, really good for them this season.
That's a signing I actually, you know.
my only worry is he going to be joining Kalen in the injury ward?
Well,
You know what I mean? Like he's had a few.
There's room
Yeah,
for
but-
more.
Mate, he's started the season off gangbusters. Like, he's come off the bench and worked his way into a starting spot. So, fingers crossed he has a good season and then comes across and
Well,
keeps going.
we've got room in our ward for a few more anyway.
Yeah, well, there's a bed open now.
Yeah, there is.
The Cowboys have agreed to a 4-year contract extension for Jackson Purdue. This will go until the end of 2030 season. Full stop. I was just going to keep reading.
That's a good buy.
Yeah.
Lock him down.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been
Definitely.
playing out of his skin.
Definitely lock him
See,
in.
there's a photo for the week 2 of him when he was a kid in his Cowboys shoes. He's at the Cowboys game with his dad and
Was
mum
that
and
the
Yep.
grand final? And it was Cohen Hess in the background.
215.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, he looked about 12.
Yeah, well, if that,
Yeah.
so it was in his blood to be a Cowboy from the start.
Probably was 12.
Wouldn't be far off it.
Will Warbrick will join the Warriors in 2027 to replace Super League-bound Roger Tuivasa-Sheck with Jermaine Azarko to fill Will's spot in Melbourne.
Mate, like,
It's class with class.
Sarko's already class, and now he goes to the Storm. Like, people go, oh, yeah, Warbrick's going. I'm sorry, no disrespect to Warbrick, good player, but if they said you can have it at Sarko, I'm like, okay, see you later. Honestly, I rate Sarko, like, I think he's wasted at the Dolphins, to be honest.
They'll just give Melbourne an extra kick.
Yeah. Like, he was great at the Broncos. He's been good at the Dolphins, but I just think,
But it's his kicking. It's his goal
Oh.
kicking that, I think, has attracted Melbourne to buy him.
And
Because
I think the only reason he doesn't shine at the Dolphins is because they play everything down the other side of the
Other
field,
side.
Correct.
down Herbie's side.
absolutely.
meep, meep.
You just can't help yourself, can you?
Not really.
Connor Tracy re-signs with the Bulldogs until the end of 2028.
Yeah, good signing. 100% hasn't put a foot wrong. And some of those tackles 2 weeks ago on the line, try saving tackles.
Yeah, 3 against Canberra. And
I'll
got
tell
two.
you what, though,
They're huge.
he puts his body on the line for a small bloke, mate. God, he gets them bashed up.
He's he's not a flamboyant fullback like a Tedesco or a Palmer, but to me, I don't like that. I like a fullback like him or like a Dylan Edwards that just does all your hard and just does his job.
Yeah, puts his hand up and just gets on with the job.
And just keeps going.
Yeah.
100%. Good signing.
Matt Burton's management have reportedly opened extension talks with the Bulldogs. It's understood the Bulldogs have a desire to re-sign him before he becomes a free agent on November 1st this year.
I'm Matt Burton. I'm saying to my manager, look overseas. Not in England. I'm talking America, NFL. Before he
With
gets
his
any
kid.
older.
I thought after Vegas he'd come back with with an offer or a
Yeah.
training trial with them before he left.
I thought he would.
From the way he was kicking.
I would be. That's where I'd be looking, to be honest, before he gets any older or gets any.
Well, he doesn't even
injuries
have to leave Australia to test himself. They've got a kicking
Scouts.
academy here for the kickers. So he could go do that in the summer and see how he goes.
That's what I'd be doing if I was him. Surely they'll take him.
Reports suggest the Panthers' salary cap is going to get too tight and they will not be able to offer Tom Jenkins his actual value, which could lead to rival clubs trying to entice him with larger offers.
How can you not offer him something decent? He's the leading try scorer and probably the form winger of the competition.
It does come back to their salary cap, though.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
they've obviously... It happens to them every year.
But that's when you say, Tago, see you later. When like...
Is that going to be enough to keep him there?
Well, it's got to be...
Or, like we've spoken about before, mate, take this offer for year one and we'll top it up for the next couple of years.
Well, that's normally what they do with these bigger contracts anyhow. They start them off low to keep them there, and then that gives them the chance to diddle their salary, but they also get each year you get an extra couple of dollars in your salary cap.
Correct.
So that's where that extra couple of dollars then comes from. So, I just think he's going to be worth a fair bit if he keeps going the way he's going for this season.
Absolutely.
With Cleary going over to the UK, that'll free up salary cap.
Well, no, everybody else is going. It's just going to be Cleary, the one-man team. He'll take up the whole salary
Well,
cap.
there is... hard as it is to say this, there is rumour that Liam Martin could be going down. So.
He's probably the one that they can afford to let go.
No way.
He's too injury
out
prone.
of Yo,
No way.
Cleary, and then the young outside.
Scotty
backs.
Sorensen's going.
Yeah, Scotty
so,
Sorensen's going.
Yeah, you got
Liam
Lugana.
Henry's going.
yeah, you can't.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to drop too many of those.
I wouldn't be
blokes.
dropping Liam Martin.
Nah.
Honestly, if I'm picking a team, Liam Martin's one of my second rowers. Look, he just, he's a gun. Honestly, I think. But yeah, like you said, injuries are coming into it. But I suppose time will tell.
Craig Bellamy insists it isn't just the Storm players who need to change. He says he will take accountability and look where he needs to change their preparation. Obviously, some stuff we're doing in our preparation isn't working. We're a part of it too, he said.
Oh, good on him.
It was a really good press conference from him. He spoke maturely, said it does. It looks at all staff, it looks at every aspect, not just players.
Well, it
but
has to, mate. At the end of the day, when they've been so successful at the start of each season to now, they've got a couple of injuries and they've lost some bigger names, but they have enough of a roster to fill those.
Melbourne 2 or 3 years ago, even with those loss of those players, wouldn't be
100%.
sitting. What are they sitting second last? Basically,
unheard of, mate. Up before they
with
Heck,
5
what is
other
it,
teams.
salary cap.
Yeah,
thing.
good as about the only other thing that would make it even better is the Broncos were with him as well.
Tell us what you really think.
and Penrith.
Don't be jealous.
Well, Penrith started there last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Look what happened. So
Tell me
every
about
chance
it.
the Storm will
Yeah.
happen.
No, I expect you to give him a clip over the ear.
Oh, he just doesn't get paid this week.
Jeez, what a loss.
Not again.
Just for that, I'm not coming back next week.
That's a bit harsh now, isn't it?
Trent Robinson believes the NRL needs to look at the disruptor rule and make adjustments.
Oh.
The direction they were heading was right, but that's gone too far, he said.
Oh, that's the biggest later. Sorry, horse.
His arms
cock.
went from
Oh.
here to there.
Yeah, that's worse than the 6 against.
I'll just touch the arm and you just completely drop the ball because you're spastic.
But who's making these rules? Who's making all these changes?
Mate, once it's everyone that has a foot in the door will be just writing something on paper.
As Mitchell Moses
Graham.
come out that week, he goes, I've never heard of that rule. So some of the players have never even heard of any of the rules.
No,
Anyway,
it's ridiculous.
Shane Flanagan insists the Dragons group are continuing to turn up and play for him. We've got some new players coming next year, but we've got to win this year, he added.
Just a game would be handy.
You could see some effort this week.
like the ball boy.
No, they look this
They
week.
did
They had
have a little bit more of a dig last week.
Yeah, still not enough, but
No, but they looked better last week.
But there's only so much
Performance-wise.
Flano can do, too.
Oh, mate, at the end of the day, like we've spoken about a million times over, mate, it's a business. And unfortunately, majority of the time, players aren't winning, mate. The coach is the one that gets the
Oh,
arse.
100%.
So,
Well, they did. There was a question the other week about who what was it? Penrith lose first or St George win first?
Well, it was Penrith.
I wanted it to be the other way around. Actually, after the game, I said to him about the question.
100% we do.
What a
I
shame.
remember that.
was it set in a tone of just like, oh my God, Penrith's just lost?
Are you serious?
Or was it like, mate,
How was I, actually?
You weren't too bad, really.
Be honest.
No, you weren't too bad.
why didn't you film it?
You're frustrated.
You said you were going to film it every time.
No,
Penrith
no,
was
she
on.
wasn't.
I don't think
wasn't
I was
too
yelling
bad.
or swearing. I think I knew it was coming.
She wasn't too bad, to be
Yeah,
honest.
probably
wanna move-
watching the game. Sorry, mate. The game itself, just watching them implode as the game progressed. You can't get.
There was no
cranky at
seed
it
bombs
at
or
the end.
nothing, so she wasn't too bad, to be honest.
Just
Should have been at my house.
move one seat over, and then you can really tell. Then you can add our arm's reach, and you can say what really happened.
No, honestly, I was expecting worse, but she took it pretty well.
I think I had a feeling we'd lose. Once McLean went off, I'm like, yeah, no, we're stuffed.
Yeah, actually, you did say that. I think yeah. See how next time goes.
Next time, I still want to record it.
We're looking into that.
You just got to do it on the sly, though, because
Yeah,
if
well-
I know there's a camera there, I'm just going to
But
behave.
I'm looking to get the new camera that we can sit there and I've
Test
got
it.
a remote control. I can record.
In the
move
teddy
from-
bear's eye.
You just got to take the
Get
tripod out of
the,
the
get the
bedroom.
gnome.
No, it's on the roof there.
Get the gnome in there and put it above the TV. You'll know then.
I'll watch it from the bedroom then. Clint Gutherson says he's pushing for the Dragons to sign Scott Drinkwater. If that's for a fullback, then I'm all for it. I've always said in my career I'll play wherever, and it doesn't bother me, he said.
It may not be at the Dragons.
It's a strange comment.
Isn't that why he left the Eels?
Well,
He left. Well, no, we just didn't offer him anything. Basically, they didn't offer him anything really.
The mail I've heard too is that Carfo and Cookie may not be offered another contract.
Well, didn't they freeze all contracts with
Apparently.
Cookie the other week?
Board meeting tonight, I think
Yeah,
it is.
they said that they were just pausing on any extensions or anything
I think
with
it
any
all
players.
happened after tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe
Find
there
out
is-
where everyone's at.
Maybe there is a couple of players on their radar, and if they can get them, well, they don't get a contract. If they don't get them, well, they do. Time will tell. Yeah.
Scott,
Or maybe it depends if one of them was driving the merchandise trailer.
A bit scary.
It's a bit rough.
I still think it was Ezra.
no, it didn't hit anyone.
Exactly.
They reckon old mate was trailing someone very closely.
The only way to catch
Was that
up.
meant to be funny?
Next.
Scott Drinkwater admits he has seen reports linking him to the Dragons, but says they're not true and he wants to remain with the Cowboys. If I can keep Toddy impressed, I see no reason why they would want to move me on, he added. Despite Scott saying this, reports emerge that indicate the Cowboys have given him permission to negotiate with rival clubs, and he's set to sign with the Dragons possibly from 2027 onwards.
Poor bloke.
So he doesn't even know it, yet he's being signed up. How good.
So, mate, there's conflicting stories, isn't there?
Just the
Yeah.
media bullshit, as always.
Reports indicate at least one club has already inquired on the possibility of signing Luciano Leilua after seeing news the Dragons are freezing all extension talks.
Yeah, the right club, he could go right.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, in a side that's been bad, he's possibly been their best.
Yeah, he had a good game last week. He had a better game last week than he has done the first 4 games. But
Back to the Tigers?
nah, Tigers wouldn't do anything. Benji wouldn't let him come back.
No.
Be a good one for Parramatta. Just have a bit extra size on that left edge.
They just
We
want
just
more
need
bodies.
someone that can tackle, mate.
Someone that's available.
Well, he's not a very good tackler, though.
Nah.
You just need someone that's available.
Well, you fit in
for the
perfectly.
weekend.
Correct.
Yeah, well, that'd be a start.
The Dragons have officially announced Jaden Sewer will be leaving the club at the end of this season. Did I see somewhere today that Parramatta? Yeah.
3 years, apparently.
There you go.
That's a rumour. I don't know whether it's true. They haven't actually come out and said anything yet, but apparently that's the rumour going around.
Anyway, we'll take a short break. We'll be back shortly.
The Broncos have granted Benjamin Tekura a conditional release to head over to the USA and conduct testing for the NFL. He will return to the Broncos if no NFL opportunities arise.
He's a big boy.
205 centimetres.
He's only 19 or something, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's going to be big when he
Still
grows up.
growing.
But I think that bloke that played for Souths when he in the juniors and plays over there now, and look at the size of that bloke.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
It's worth a
He
fortune.
was a big boy before he left, mate.
No.
He's just gotten bigger.
We were watching the other day. There was a dude in Melbourne, plays basketball.
Yeah, on a current affair.
7'6"
Oh,
or whatever
the-
it
Seven,
was.
7'6", yeah. Holy
Dark
moly.
looking fella.
That's
Young
big.
bloke.
Legs
Little?
Like
Did you just say
I
little?
said the young bloke.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Nothing
that's the
about him
problem,
was
he
little.
skinny as.
that.
Yeah, there was nothing
Arms
on
and
Yeah,
him.
legs.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
you do.
Do you remember back in the day NBA Minute Bowl? Remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who he reminds me of. Though. But, yeah, make me and Mark look small. There you
Yeah, Wayne does that.
go. Does, doesn't he?
Scans have confirmed Blake Moser suffered a broken jaw and is expected to miss the next 6 weeks.
Mm.
What's with all the broken jaws this year?
Well, the high tackles, mate.
Shoulders.
Just look at the dollar figure that's coming out of the penalties and fines.
Players falling into tackles.
Yeah.
Patrick Carrigan has been charged with a Grade 2 careless high tackle. He has been suspended for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was a bit of a piss take, if you ask me. Like, take out the fact if you like Patricia or not. Put all that aside. That was pathetic. The only one that's losing out of that is not just the Broncos fans, but all fans of the game, because it's just who knows this week if you're going to get done or if you're not.
Yeah, I thought it was very ordinary, I have to say.
Very ordinary.
Murray Talaugi failed his HIA and is subject to the 11-day stand-down period.
Good night.
Moses Suley was forced from the field on the weekend with a fractured eye socket. He will consult a specialist to determine his return to play. Jason Taumalolo has attributed his rise in form to finally being healthy again. The last 3 to 4 years, I've been injury-plagued, and I knew that if I had a clean-out last year, coming into this year, I could give it a red-hot crack again, he said.
Yeah, well, it's due. Well overdue.
Without sounding like I'm throwing stones, but I think if he dropped a couple more kilos, I think he'd be back to his
Oh, 100%, because
he's running best.
the game's developed around him, so
Yeah.
he's got to develop back
Yeah.
to the game. Yeah, 100%. Good call.
Jaya Gray was forced from the field on the weekend with an AC joint injury. He will require scans to assess the severity. But today also, I think he's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yep.
Very grey area, that, isn't it? All those AC joints.
Funny.
Hang your head and shame.
The Panthers have officially re-signed Billy Phillips on a long-term extension until the end of 2029.
I can't imagine he'd be on big money, but he's a good...
Who is he?
It's the kid that's coming off the bench.
Is that the one that was playing in the 15? Taller kid?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Billy
righto.
Phillips.
I don't think he played too bad.
Oh, no, he's going to be good, but yeah.
The North Sydney and Perth contingents of the Bears are reportedly not seeing eye to eye and will meet this weekend to resolve any
You
differences.
could see that coming. What joint venture has seen eye to eye?
Well, with Bears anyway.
Oh, not just that. West Tigers.
Yeah.
Northern Eagles. Hence why it went back to
Well,
Manly.
that's what
Dragons.
Yeah.
One club ends up running the show.
I mean. Oh, absolutely.
So, and I'd say it's going to be North Sydney missing out. At a guess. They'll just take the Bears name, probably take the colours, and then just throw Perth in front of it, and then all you'll get will be Perth.
Yep.
Yeah, down the track.
Yeah.
100%.
And that's,
What's sad?
you don't just, like,
Well,
North Sydney are around for years
Yeah,
and
get rid of
years.
South and bring North Sydney back then. No, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Bring the Jets back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bring
Rather
it back
than
to
going
what
to
it
Papua
was.
New Guinea, why don't we just bring one of them?
Well, they're
Jerusalem
calling for
teams?
another Queensland team. Why
Yeah,
don't-
Ipswich. They're saying that Ipswich are putting in a bid of like $8 million or something.
Yeah,
They're spending $40 million on the stadium.
Yeah.
You know what they need to bring back? The Gold Coast Chargers.
Did you see those jerseys?
Oh,
Didn't the
how good was
Titans
they?
for their retro?
That could be somebody's what caught my eye. Shut
My
up.
bad.
Could or is?
Moving on.
Wasn't mine.
I didn't bring it up.
Oh, my bad.
Max King has suffered a broken jaw from Casey McLean's tackle. He played on for the rest of the game, but now faces roughly 4 weeks on the sideline. Max has had scans and it shows there is a break in there, said CEO Aaron Warburton.
Bring him back for Origin.
Yeah, but are we talking like surgery break, or is it just is there a crack in the jaw
I
that
haven't seen
taking
anything.
time? It'll just take a few weeks to sort of.
If it's a
start
4-week turnaround, it
Yeah.
can't be an actual
It's not that bad.
break.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. You wouldn't imagine, not in the jaw.
No.
To come back, like you said earlier, to come back on and play another 30 minutes after he went off,
I didn't look, like, he did an interview after the game. He looked fine. There was no swelling, no bruising, nothing.
and that's what I reckon it is. I think it's just a media hype thing where he's probably got a crack or something in there.
And that probably helped McLean get the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Didn't you say the next day he was all swollen? Or did I imagine that?
Yeah, must have
Just
imagined
agree
it.
with me.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't want to talk to him on Saturday.
But we talked.
All I said, he was shoveling food into his mouth. I didn't talk to
Well, that means he was enjoying it. Casey McLean has been charged with a grade 2 careless high tackle for his contact on Max King. He has been suspended for 1 game.
No. I don't agree with it.
5 of them will get him off.
You would have thought so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Is there something I can throw at him? Oh, that can then.
But,
you. Yeah, that's right.
but yeah, I mean, I would have been happy with the fine. Same with Patricia
Well,
Carrigan.
let's be fair. It's what it warranted. If you look look back at all the other ones that have happened.
It was no worse than any of the other high
No way.
contacts.
That's what I mean.
Probably slightly worse than Carrigan, though. And
Well,
Yeah.
and he got Sterling. So don't,
I think Carrigan had carryover points. That was the only reason there. But
yeah, I don't know. I just don't think, the game's getting softer. And, like, if you're bracing yourself for a tackle too, and then old mate at the last minute falls, you know yourself, it's so hard to pull out of that. Like,
And how fast you going.
yeah, you can't. So, I mean, there's got to be a little bit of brains to go, look,
and when you got 3 blokes trying to tackle one target, like
Yeah, exactly.
something's got to give.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway.
Liam Martin was unable to finish the game against the Bulldogs due to a knee injury. Ivan indicated post-game it's most likely an MCL issue. He will undergo scans.
8 weeks, did I see?
8 weeks.
I read that
I was
he
gonna
was
say
that.
going to,
It's
he was
6 to 8
going to see
weeks.
the specialist
I thought
to
I
see
read.
whether or
That's
not
what I
the
thought.
severity needed surgery or whether it was just going to be rehab and physio.
So that'll be Origin too. If it-
Yeah.
What a shame.
Huge loss for the Blues.
The Bulldogs have reportedly contacted Apart Tweedles management with an inquiry on his availability following 2 tries on debut. He's off contract at the end of the season, and reports indicate the Eels have only offered him a development deal for 2027.
Well, he's gone then.
He's a gun.
Possibly, but that's nothing surprising for me, to be honest.
I think there'll be a couple of clubs.
I think there was
Inquire.
3 or 4 was the report when it came out that's all they'd offered him. So,
Yeah, but don't.
but depends
played
on whether
one
that
game,
offer
hasn't he?
gets changed. They
absolutely
might
does,
see
yeah.
that and they'll change. They've got a couple of months.
But he's only played 1 game.
Yeah,
He was killing it in cup before that. Though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
give the bloke kid a chance
needs a
to
couple
play
of games
few
to-
games to see what he. And stop putting pressure.
I mean they were good tries.
Oh,
He had a lot of
they
work
were.
involved in it.
100%.
But most wingers would have scored them tries.
He also was out of position too. Like he's a halfback that they threw on the wing. Then he had to play fullback. Like
Yeah.
Bit of jack of all trades. Yeah. Interesting to see.
Matty Rogers style, mate. Come through as a 6 and ended up on the wing for first grade.
Yeah.
True.
Broncos debutant Antonio Verhoeven has revealed he wanted to be a basketball athlete but got picked up by the Broncos scout whilst playing a Rugby Sevens tournament as a laugh with his mates in New Zealand.
Been a few like that. I heard someone else like that.
How lucky could you be?
Was that Hamali Aka?
yeah, Olakwaa too.
Yeah,
Similar thing.
he's actually really talented
He
basketball
just
player, mate.
he just rocked up at his mate's training session. They're like, "Come have a run."
They said, "Where's your boots?"
Yeah.
Well, I don't have boots.
Yeah, he was just the
But,
driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a driver, and he went and they said, "You're not going anywhere." And yeah, the rest
Look
is
at him
history.
now. Yeah.
Mitch Moses admits his passion spilled over and will now be more cautious with how he interacts with referees moving forward. I think I might have to pat the greyhound a bit more than what I'm doing with the refs, but yeah, it's a bit of a warning, but it's warranted, he explained.
I think he all but did pat the greyhound with the ref, didn't
Yeah, he was pretty emotional
Yeah.
about it. I mean, it's good to see passion, but yeah, he gets carried away with it, and you could see it in last on the weekend, that game, he had every right to be blowing up in that, and he pulled his head in.
What was
So
the week
maybe
before he was grabbing the ref?
Pretty much.
Well, yeah,
All but.
he was molesting him a bit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's the fence too. The referee was touching him back too. So I mean, so then someone will come out this week and do it and get fined.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh, I've got no trouble with it. It just shows that
They
you
know
don't
the
do it.
rules that you can't make contact with the referee. It's pretty
But
simple.
like that's nothing,
Yeah.
you know. But someone will get done for it.
But you notice every time he was touching him, though, he was walking away and he was like, okay, yeah, I get, yep, and
Yeah,
walked
just
off.
as a gesture, like,
Yeah.
got you, mate.
Yeah, you're right, I'm wrong. And off
Heat
he
of
go.
the moment, yeah.
But, yeah, he does, I mean, he's got a pretty big bad tag now for that. But I do have to say his game on the weekend, he really was subdued with that. He was nowhere near as bad as what he's been in the last 2 seasons.
Same with the arm flapping. I was
Yeah.
expecting to see a lot of that. It
No.
was disappointing that he didn't.
Is he happy?
No. I don't think he is.
Time will tell. You can't blame him.
Jesse Arthurs admits his preference is to re-sign with the Broncos, amidst reports the Titans are interested in signing him from 2027 onwards. I'm off contract and it helps being in a team so I can hopefully perform and get a deal, he said.
Yeah, it would be good for him to stay at the Broncos, but if the Titans come knocking, I reckon, you know, Titans are picking up pace. May not be this year, but it's a matter of time, but they get a couple of players in that team too. Things are going to change.
But this is the problem. Like, I like the way that players want to stay loyal to a club that's supported them and given them the opportunity. But
The club doesn't.
this is the problem with players that want to stick around. Now, you think about it, Daly Chair Evans, however many moons ago, signs with the Titans and backflips on it. Imagine that he goes there. Imagine what the Titans could have recruited over
That's right.
time with him playing there.
Market player.
Do you know what I mean? Like, then
So-
Kieran Foran ends up there, you know,
This is
and
where-
they step up and they get some good players there. They get some good kids coming through.
I reckon every team should have one marquee player off the cap. So, for example, Cleary off the cap, Moses off the cap, Ponga.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, if you want to.
I'm sorry.
That was locked and
I'm
loaded.
so
wasn't it?
sorry. Don't give Ponga to get out of clause, mate. Sorry.
No, because I mean,
It's got to be someone that plays.
Sorry. Al.
yeah, because then the Titans could have had money to spend on.
Oh, absolutely.
Someone,
I agree with you on that front.
someone decent.
Yeah.
And then they go, okay, we'll just use this as an example. Okay, Titans have got Jerome Luai before the Tigers
Correct.
got him. The players would follow to play with a marquee player like that, and then it makes the competition more.
But look back in the day when the saga with Terry Hill, when all this stuff started really coming into the front of contracts and NRL stepping in, going, mate, you go on there, like you don't have a choice. That's the thing. This is what the NRL has to step in and go, listen, I understand that you want to stay loyal to the club that's given the opportunity, but your skills and the way that you are as a player will benefit this team, and they're offering you to go there. Like Terry Hill, he didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay at Western Suburbs, mate. And they're like, no, you got to go to Manly.
Yeah, but
He's
he
like-
wouldn't want to.
Yeah, but
know,
do you know
go
what I
to
mean?
Manly.
Like, he wanted to stay with his mates,
Yeah.
like local league stuff, you know? Like, he wanted to stay, and the ARL stepped in and said, no, you've got to go.
Well, it's America, isn't it? The trade.
Yeah.
They just trade players.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like,
Oh,
it's
I'd
a
like that.
business
We could
now.
trade a
It's
few.
not. It's not so much. I want to stay with me mates and play because they've given me that chance. Go to another club and excel. Prove yourself that you are a good player. That
Parramatta would like that trade-off deal right now.
you know what I mean.
Sorry, Marchy.
Yeah, there's a couple there that I think, yeah.
No, you're dead right.
Hull FC were...
It's a big word too, isn't it?
I assure you I'm so
I can
no.
understand why you don't want to get this one out, to be fair.
Oh, you know it, do you?
I've got a rough idea what you're about to say.
Were reportedly behind the decision to cut John Cartwright's tenure at the club short. It's understood he was playing for an immediate return to Australia. However, his playing group boycotted training during the week as a show of support, so now he will stick out 2026 for them.
Well, he wanted to come back, didn't he?
That's not where I thought you were going when you said Hull FC.
Well, you can add to it if you like.
Oh, you haven't got that one on there?
No, I've only
the-
got 2 more.
The Cleary offer?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. You can say it. I'm not.
No, that's where I thought you were going with it.
1.9 mil, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
I haven't seen anything.
What is it?
It's 1.9 Australian.
Oh, yeah.
But let's be real. It'd be crazy not to take if that is a true offer.
It's £1 million, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You blokes.
So it's a bit more than 1.9.
What is it, like a third of an
Yeah,
Australian
it's
dollar
nearly,
or
it's
something?
37 cents in the
Yeah.
dollar.
Yeah.
Let's just put it this way: it's
That's a
hell
lot of money.
bloody money.
That's a lot of money.
And he's fluffs over there, so
Yeah.
Well, you
And you
don't
know
say
that
that.
if he goes there, what's wrong with
Well, he's a man of steel.
She's
Look
a
at him play
beautiful
the game.
I'm
woman.
not saying she's not.
Well, you're my fluff.
Okay.
Based on before, yes.
No, well, you know what I mean. Like, you can't blame him because realistically, if the love of your life's a long way away and you're not seeing it, yeah,
What else has he got to achieve in Australia?
that's like Chris last week when you went in, Marchy. He was beside
Oh,
himself.
he was.
Like a lost little puppy.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that teddy.
And you wonder why-
So he touches it.
you wonder
No,
why
I
the-
didn't touch that end.
sticky.
you wonder why that stuffing's full
Look
of
at it, it
there.
won't move.
Oh, it was moving like that. Oh,
Maybe I should finish this up.
yeah, I think so.
The NRL are reportedly leaning towards Monday night footy returning next year with another game being added to the weekly draw. It's understood this extra game would be behind a paywall as it doesn't suit the free-to-air time slot.
Yeah, no, that's not right.
I don't think it's not
That's
worth
not
it, mate.
That's not right either because how many, okay, especially the way the world is at the moment, not everyone can afford pay TV or, you know, so it's not fair on all the fans. And if you're going to make it Monday night, which people are going to find it hard to get with work and kids, it's got to be free
and
there.
the weather.
It's got to be free there.
And it straight away rules out Perth, New Zealand, because they're not going to get home games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I just think that they're chasing their.
Monday night football only really, I mean, I like it if it's on TV. No, you know, I wouldn't say no to that, but it only really benefits the unemployed fans.
As much as I hated the 6 o'clock Sunday, that's probably where they should be looking.
You know, like the best one ever was?
What about another Saturday game?
Yeah, Saturday, ABC
ABC football. They used to have, was it 3 games on the Saturday
yeah.
with the ABC? And it
Just
kicked off at
love
2 o'clock.
Watching the 3 o'clock.
2, 4 and
Saturday.
6.
Was it Warren
Warren
Smith?
Boland.
Warren Boland?
Warren Boland, Fatty
Yeah.
Vorton.
And I remember a lot of it was always at North Sydney Oval.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like art.
Welcome back to North Sydney Oval over there
Yeah.
under the fig tree.
Yeah.
That were the days.
The 80s.
It's good ground, that one.
eh? The
North
80s
Sydney
of
Oval.
ABC before they were crooks.
Had the crooked cricket pitch. Wasn't centred up with
At
the
North
goalpost.
Sydney.
Yeah.
I
It was
still remember.
a bit like Beresfield.
Still
Yeah,
remember
correct.
Chief Harry.
Beresfield, it was a twisted. It used to fray you off.
Yeah, correct.
Still remember North Sydney Oval, Chief Harrigan and Hall Stringer going at it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you remember
That
that?
was a good one.
Mm. It was. I mean, that was the first game Adam Muir played with North Sydney.
Might have to ask String about that when I see him down at the Curry game.
Oh yeah, he's a local there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he's not local, but
Well,
he coaches
coach-
Curry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drives a bongo bus up with 7 players every week from the coast.
Mm. Well, he's local now, so
Yeah. Close
Yeah.
enough.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah, there you
Great
go.
memories, isn't it?
And lastly, the Broncos were reportedly impressed with Tom Duffy in his club debut last round and have already opened negotiations with his management to re-sign him past his current deal, which expires at the end of this season.
Be a pretty handy pickup, I reckon.
Yeah.
They
Took him
getting
a little
of-
bit to warm into it, but once he got there,
They getting a bit of worry about Pezzett. Bit
no, I
scared
think
off
they're
it?
just covering themselves like they, what's his name, young fella at the Tigers, the 6.
Jock
Jock.
Madden.
Yeah, Brisbane had Jock as a backup, and he only ever played through state of origin or injury, so
Jock
Peasant
Madden, geez, he can kick.
he's a good player, that little bugger.
Pezzett hasn't impressed me.
He's done nothing.
No.
Not really done it. I think he had one half decent game.
That
Was
the
this
first
round
one.
2 or something?
But again, see, this is what happens when a player comes from a good structured team, club in
No, I
Melbourne,
know what he's saying.
and then they put all this hype on a kid, They don't see him. They only
Backhanded
see
stab, that one.
Throw him into an unstructured
Correct.
unit.
You're going to get a teddy at you in a minute. So.
A sticky teddy.
A sticky teddy.
It'll stick to you.
Crawl down the wall.
No, it's just, I don't know. It's like
Alright.
everything else.
Not everyone fits every club.
Correct.
That's the NRL news for this week. And brought to you by Hip Hop Workwear. We're going to take a short break and be back with some more. Welcome back. It's time for Marchy's Mailbag, brought to you by Scott's 100 Prime Butchery. Check it out. That's beautiful, mate. Anyway, Marchy.
Got a couple this week, four this week. First one comes in from Mark Lawrence. I have a question, and I'm not a Penrith fan. I just enjoy watching a good game of footy. When Penrith scored, and it was 16-all with the conversion to be kicked, the Bulldogs players were all standing near the post, as players do, and one of them was tossing the ball in the air while Nathan was trying to convert. Is this legal, as it seemed quite deliberate? I don't think I've seen that in 50 years of watching league.
I agree. The Panthers were... I know that was worse, the trainer walking in front of him. That's the same thing. Why wasn't it? There was nothing said. No fine, no nothing.
I didn't even see it to begin
Yeah,
with.
Matt
I
Burns.
didn't see it.
Oh,
I don't think it really matters.
It was obvious, but...
I don't think Cleary would have seen it because he
Probably not,
He
but-
would have been looking down at the ball at that point.
But you're not allowed to.
No, you're not.
So
But-
why wasn't they at least the club fined? Let's be real. Old mate from the Titans, what's his name?
Preston,
Campbell.
Yeah.
no, not Jaden.
He didn't even see the trainer walk in front of him until someone yelled out.
And
So
then
it's
he
the
just
same
shook his
thing.
head, yeah.
And
Like-
I know it was a lot worse, but same thing. If you're going to do one, old mate got stood down for a couple of weeks and he
He got a $50,000 fine.
earned a
didn't
$50,000 fine. The Bulldogs got nothing.
he? Yeah.
Not even a please explain or whatever. Or,
I
Yeah,
don't
to
think.
me.
I'm not sure the ruling on it, though. I know you're not allowed under the goalpost.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to yell.
Yeah, you're
But
not allowed
I-
to balk them, but if that
That
in
come
that
under the same
concept,
rule.
100% that would be.
Yeah, well, you'd assume it would
Well,
be.
Yeah.
So I can walk out there this week and chuck a brown eye at him kicking the goal. It's not under the rules.
Well, yeah, but you'll get your $50,000 fine. And
But you know what I mean?
life
Like,
ban.
same
And
thing.
Chris would be in tail right behind you.
If it was the game on the line, then
Wouldn't
I'd be
get to see
bothered.
it.
But I really don't think it mattered.
No, it's not. But the whole point is, it was there. It's been noted, and then NRL just went, "Pff, whatever.
Yeah, if it's happened, then
They should have been
somebody
pulled up.
needs to.
They should have had a please explain, and
Yeah, absolutely.
even if it was a couple of grand fine, well, you can't just go, well, it wasn't much. Because, okay, some of them head-eye tackles, they weren't
They
much.
weren't much, yeah.
Get my point?
Absolutely.
That was a pretty good question, that one.
100%.
This one's from Tony. That's all I've got. I haven't got a last name. Makasuni try was disallowed due to a double movement, yet the Knights didn't get the penalty. Then the Tigers score in the next set. What the F?
100%.
It was
That's
as, I was sitting there thinking the same thing. I saw it as plain as day. It's a double movement, and then he goes, no, play the ball.
No, they rule a double movement. It's a
Correct.
penalty.
Because that was the one they went upstairs
Yeah.
for as well.
Yeah, they
So what
checked
was-
it.
So why wasn't it
It's
picked up
blatant.
when it goes upstairs?
Yeah.
That's what upstairs is for, isn't it?
His old mate's shitty mustache, mate.
Yeah. And they played the ball, whatever, and scored from the next. And
Yeah, if it wasn't a try, it had to be a penalty. One of the two.
that's right.
Exactly.
So, okay, once again, why wasn't this picked up by the NRL as well? Saying, well, it's stuffed up here. Explain this one.
Yeah.
And as bad as Newcastle played, that could have made a difference.
Could have changed it.
There's a
Correct.
couple like that that
Yeah.
were just momentum shift, 12-point
Yeah,
swings.
absolutely.
Well, imagine if that cost the team a grand final spot or the grand final.
Not 6 again.
Correct.
Well,
Absolutely.
That's what the call
100%,
was,
mate. Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
No different.
Because at the end of the day, that's the rule, mate. If it's like Luke said, it's either a penalty
or a try.
Or
or
the
a try.
try.
It's
That's
as simple
right.
as that. It's black and white.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I really don't get it.
a different one. This one's from Kevin Cole. Is it time for Jake Trbojevic to medically retire?
100%.
The bloke got another head injury on the weekend, given it was a facial injury, as resulted in blurred vision.
I agree. Only because I don't want to see the bloke get any permanent damage. Like, he's a great... I've never met him, but apparently he's the nicest bloke you'll ever meet. and he's given a lot to the game. I just think Leno
Giving
needs
a lot to Manly, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%
If there was ever a statue going to be at Manly,
He's tailing down rapidly, isn't he?
or, is it the Jake Travojevic stand? Something like that needs to...
Well, I mean, look at Boyd Cordner when he started getting a lot of knocks to the head. Like, Jake's at least trying to avoid more head knocks. It's not going to happen, but special headgear.
Didn't they come out and say that headgear was not to protect him against concussion?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not for his legs.
No, well, that's the company that manufactured it. Come out and said it will not stop concussions.
Why would you
Nothing
wear it?
stops.
Why is he wearing it?
Nothing stops concussions.
No.
He's only there to stop cuts.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
but 100%, this question is dead set right, mate. Like, the
It is
bloke's
time.
health needs to come first.
You can see
because-
it in his game.
Absolutely. He's
100%.
I
slowed
felt
down.
sorry for
and-
him on the sideline
Yeah.
the other day. I really did. Like, I'm not a Manly fan, but yeah, if you did not feel sorry for the bloke sitting there on the sideline, you don't have a heart. Like, the way you could tell it was hurting him too. Like, when you love a club as much as he does in rugby league, and to be forced out like that, it's
You jump before you push.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it does.
But you can see it in his game. He
Yeah.
doesn't run the ball as much.
He tackles
The
and
tackles he still tackles relatively as much, but they're not as.
But how many
impacted
minutes did he
on the
used to
game.
play?
Well, he used to be able to play 80 minutes.
And how much does he play now?
Correct.
80
You know.
minutes,
Yeah,
6
it's got to be taking a
tackles
toll on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect
honestly.
chance.
Yeah.
Perfect chance for Manly to get him in as an assistant.
Yeah.
Tackling-
Or even take
tackling
over
coach.
or take over if Forum don't want the job. Take over as head coach.
I'll be surprised if Foreign doesn't take the job on.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he should.
I think he should.
But here's an idea, Jake. It's time for you to go. Unfortunately, we're going to have to medical retire you, but we're going to give you an assistant coach role.
Well, look at.
Imagine the pair of them together.
Is it Eisenhuth from Penrith? Same
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
Same deal.
You can't tell me players wouldn't want to play for Jake.
Absolutely.
100%.
You see when he
100%.
has.
Especially in the current club.
Yeah, he gets into them at half time about how shit they're going, and then all of a sudden, mate, they come out and it's just like.
The bloke
they're picked
bleeds.
up. Yeah.
Man,
Manly,
100%.
yeah.
He literally cries if they're playing poorly.
Yeah.
Like, you
I
can
honestly-
see him.
Yeah.
Give him
I really
sprays.
felt sorry for him on the sideline the other day. Just looking at his face, he looked
He's beaten.
He looked depleted.
yeah, 100%. And like that's I mean, if it was Ezra Man or something, I wouldn't care. But someone decent like that,
Yeah.
Yeah. Last one's from Steve Bourne. With Para conceding 50 points twice already this year, does this mean they can't win the grand final next year as well? Well, Steve, I'm going to tell you, mate, Para will not win a grand final in 10 years.
Oh,
The rate they're going.
That is awesome. I like that.
I'm sorry, I got.
So that's a simple answer there, Steve.
That is awesome. It's more funny.
That
than
come
it
through
is.
my head Sunday afternoon. That was the first thing I thought of Sunday afternoon. Well, there's next year's grand final
Yeah.
gone too.
Oh,
And it won't
God.
be the last 50 points put on this season.
This rate will be 4 or 5
Oh.
years.
I reckon there'll be another 50 this weekend.
That has to be the question of the year. I like that.
And even better from
the
having
odds
you
are
read
too.
it out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I reckon you checked them out. This one's
I
a
reckon he
Marchy's
might have
week.
been.
Yeah,
Mark,
could
or whatever
be
his
the,
name is.
Steve Bourne.
Steve.
The soon name.
Yeah.
Jason's cousin.
All right.
That's all from Marchy's Mailbag.
Brought to you by Scott's Hunter Prime
Scott's
Butchery. So we're going to take a short break and we'll come back with Talking Schmidt. Time for Talking Schmidt. Talking Schmidt brought to you by Full Throttle Barbecue. And caller number one, who we got there?
Did I just hear a very bad Christopher joke?
Oh,
Yeah.
which one?
I don't know if it
Yes.
was a joke.
Yeah, I think it was the
a
truth.
statement.
Hopefully your editor will put it in the outtakes this week.
Oh,
I believe he will.
oh
It
God.
was quite disturbing.
Yeah, well, we
Which
get that
one?
from Chris.
That's what the chicken said.
And the pigeon.
Something about foul.
Oh, they're both.
Well, he likes the birds, doesn't he? So,
Well, anyway. What's your question for us, champion?
well, firstly, hello.
Oh, sorry. Hello. sorry.
Thank you for coming onto my show again.
No worries. That's a pleasure for you to have us.
Always.
And before you ask, we have Marchy. We got Marchy.
Hey, how you going?
Hello. How are you, love?
Oh, I'm good. I was down in Toorak last week and you weren't around.
Oh, no, I'm very round.
No, I come down to visit, but you weren't home.
In fact, Terence tells me to get into shape, and I tell him that round is a shape, so
Can't complain with that.
no more cushion. Anyway, move on.
Yeah, no, that's what they
Yeah,
say.
you got there, a beautiful crazy lady.
Hello, darling.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, okay. How are you feeling after the loss?
Oh, I took it better than I thought I would. That's what she said.
Did she, Dean? Did Big Denis? Did she behave herself? Or
Oh, yes. And you got the...
You didn't answer his question real.
Yes, I did. I said, oh, yes. What, do you want me to go into details? Or?
Yeah.
no, I don't need to know that. Thank you.
Oh, we got Mark.
Hi, Simon.
Hello, Mark. That beautiful baritone again. How are you?
Good. All the better for hearing you.
That's what they say.
So we're going to have to change names now. We got the garden gnome, the beautiful crazy lady, and now we've got Barra. I reckon.
Barra.
Barra.
Oh, Barra.
Barra White.
Baritone.
Mm.
He likes fishing too.
Mm.
Barramarky.
I don't know what to think of that.
Oh, Simon.
It's better than slimy mackerel, isn't it? So,
I've been called a lot worse.
And you got Jay down the end.
hello, Jay. How are you? Now we
Hello,
need to
my
come up with a
friend.
name for you.
No, we're good.
Are you sure?
Oh, well, give it time. I generally give all the boys at work nicknames, so in time.
We'll come up with something. We'll come up with something good
Have a
for you.
good,
Don't worry.
hard think about it, and you might get there.
You know what rhymes
Don't
with
tell him
Jay?
hard think.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Hey.
I do know what rhymes with Jay. Hey.
There's probably a couple of words you don't say with Simon.
There you go. You can call him Mr. Ed.
One of them being hard is probably not fun to use.
Well,
Mr. Ed, give him what a
Excuse me.
gay
Please get my show back on track.
Oh, sorry, apologies. You got Luke in here as well.
Simon.
Hello, Luke. Sorry about the shenanigans.
Oh, it's all right. Used to it by now.
So what's your question, mate?
Well, I did have a question. It was because the AFL, of course, is massive here, and there was a Port Adelaide player who got a fine for suggesting the umpire had been paid off. Do I remember a certain Thompson brother getting suspended for the same sort of thing? So there's a massive difference in penalties.
Yeah,
called the ref a cheat.
Yeah, Tyrone Thompson got 4 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, but the AFL, they've lost the audio tapes mysteriously.
Oh, yeah. The
That sounds like the government, doesn't it?
But I think Tyrone didn't beat around the bush. Yeah, he got
It was
him.
pretty direct.
Yeah, it was a URF and cheat.
Well, we're all thinking it, so...
Oh, good on him, mate. I honestly thought Tyrone was another one we let go that we could have developed into a decent player.
What the other
4
20,000?
weeks compared to $1,500 seems like it's a big gulf, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Big difference.
Well, because the tapes disappeared, it's probably the ref making stuff up. So
Yeah, but, well, if the tapes disappeared, then but there's still no proof there, so there's a very big gaping hole there.
no comment.
We're still talking about the AFL. Yeah, so, that's it.
Maybe I should dive in and have a look.
All of a sudden, Chris put his hand up. What's he doing?
I'm no proctologist, but I'll have a look. So.
Anyone else want to dive in on that one?
No, good.
Thanks.
I didn't know anything about it, so.
No, I didn't hear it, but I don't think either.
Interesting.
Well, that's because you're not living in Toorak. I mean, surely you must have got a bit of AFL fever down there, Marchy.
No, because it was all in Adelaide.
Oh, true, it was.
It was their
wasn't
magic
It was the time
ground,
you were
yeah.
in Melbourne then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, actually.
But he did have a hat. Don't know if you've seen the hat he got.
I did see a photo of the hat, and I saw a photo of a very reasonable facsimile of me sitting on top of a tram.
Yes. That was a tram I was trying to catch to get out to your place, but I caught up with it later on.
Oh, I bet you did, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry our paths didn't cross or our swords didn't cross or something.
Oh, stop it.
All right, crazy.
Terence would have loved to meet you too. He likes the big burly beardy men.
Does he?
Oh, he does.
Fair enough.
He's got a thing for bears.
Speaking of that, our editor, his name's Adam, really good friend of ours and great guy. He was having a coffee the other week, and he got some guy said, "Oh, come and have a coffee with me."
Yummy or something.
Yummy or something, yeah. Do you know?
goodness
Do you know
me.
a Glenn?
No, but I'm sort of keen to meet him now. So,
Well, that is the Perth Bears and the
Yeah, he was over there.
well,
the wrong
I
Perth
can't-
Bears.
I guess maybe the Bears will have to be my other team if I'm going to play, for a different team, so to speak. I'll follow my Knights, but I'll have to love my Bears.
Chris likes the Bears too, don't he? He's a Bears supporter.
But there's no goats, are there? So Bears will have to move.
Yeah, well, this is true. All right, champion, we appreciate your call again, and
How was your weekend? I'm taking up time
sorry.
on my show, I know. But
Oh,
did
sorry.
you have your Did you have your nice lunch?
Yes, we did. We did have our nice bit of meat out there at Full Throttle Ranch. It was beautiful.
I can't wait to get out there one day and get some meat in my mouth.
Sounded like everyone got a belly full of meat.
Luke had a big handful of meat, to be
Did he?
honest.
It was a nice slab of
struggling.
meat.
So did Kylie when she got home.
No, that was a potato. Oh, wait, we're talking.
That the old little boy's got taken out of the
We're not
fridge.
talking about those little cocktail folks.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, it looked big in her hand.
Well, yes, anything would look big in her hand.
You think I'm stupid? What are you going to marry a little woman for?
Oh.
But yeah, I'm glad. Is there any video? I'd like to see a few people just in the meat. Not of you or any crazy, maybe. I mean the food.
I'm glad we clarified that.
Wow.
If only you could have seen Marchy's face there.
The answer's probably yes to both.
Your hairy ass there, Dean. So,
Oh, it's only little, Harry. Not too much.
well, if you ever need it shaved or shorn, you know where I am.
Oh, I'm good, thanks. Appreciate the offer, but
It's only a day trip.
Thank you for joining my show again,
maybe that's where
people.
Marchy
Thanks
went.
for having
Thanks,
us.
Simon.
Cheers,
Much
buddy.
love.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Take
See ya.
care.
Oh, God.
Bye.
Bye.
It's never a dull moment, is it, with Simon? All right, caller number 2. Who we got there?
It's Mick.
Hey, Mick, how are you, champion?
Yeah, good, buddy.
Mate, what's your question for us, mate?
My question, mate, what do you reckon this year, mate? Do you reckon the Tigers are the real deal, mate?
100%. 100%.
Claws out.
They're only going to get better too when they have Luai comes back. They have a little bit more time with Kai Pierce-Paul. He's going to be. I'll go as far as saying he's possibly going to be the second row of the year if he keeps going on that form. Oh, mate, I'm impressed with him, to be honest. I know it's a big call early, but
Just about every run, they looked like they were going to score. They were just cutting through. The run meters were like double. It was insane.
you know,
Yeah, well and truly on fire. We did all say how they were going to be improvers this year,
Yeah.
but they've excelled past that.
I didn't think they would go as good so early.
I thought 8. Right
Oh,
there
yeah.
going, they'll be definitely in the 4, if not the top 2.
I was thinking around the 6-7 mark, but oh god, but yeah, I didn't. I didn't think,
At the moment, you got Dewey and young Jock Madden just running.
Yep.
and I'm going to
You
feel
know
for
what I mean? They're not.
Jock Madden when Luai comes
Absolutely.
back.
Yeah.
But
But they're just running. They're not.
realistically,
You know what I mean? They're not trying to do anything over the top. They're not trying to do anything special to get themselves over the line. They're literally just playing football how they would.
well, they're going to put Luai's going to come back into it, no doubt.
He's back this week.
Yeah, so Madden's got to go to 14. Has to.
You've got to keep him on the bench. You've got to keep him on the bench. He's just
A bit
he's
like
done too well.
what's his name? Jack Cogger for Penrith.
100%.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Just slot him in. Give Dewey a rest, 20 minutes out or something if they're in front, or
Dewey can move into 13.
Yeah,
Well, he was running like
or
a front
centres. You know what I mean? Like there's plenty, but just give that kid more because he
100%.
deserves it.
I think
So-
the Tigers have just adapted to the new rules the fastest. Like, they're just playing front foot footy.
Yeah.
They're getting on the front foot.
Yeah.
Quick play of the balls.
Just
and their
playing
halves,
halves up
like you
footy,
said,
mate. Just going ping, ping,
their
ping.
halves are just playing direct,
Yeah.
straight at them.
And their forwards are, paving the way for the backs to
Yep.
do the job.
And that's a lot to do with Benji Marshall.
100%.
Like, he's a really good coach.
Well, people
Yeah.
wanted his blood there.
Yeah.
Now look at him.
All the players want to play for him. They
100%.
even say it. That's why I want to go to the club is because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Luai. that's what really got them to that. If he wasn't the coach, Luai probably wouldn't have won, to be honest. No, good question, champion. So, yeah.
Unfortunately, my team, mate, no good this year.
Oh, yeah, it's only early, but they'll bounce back. The Storm, is it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you poor bugger.
I'm not,
We
The
know
first
how
time
it
in
feels.
21 years.
They'll bounce back. They'll bounce back.
I'm not used to 13th place on the ladder, mate. You know what I mean?
Over am I. I'm used to 15, 16, you know. But
Now you know how
Yeah.
I feel for the last couple of seasons.
You'd be
No,
numb.
I reckon Tigers will go good, mate. You know what I mean? And watch out for Newey as well, mate. They'll probably be around the hunt at the top at the end.
I like your optimism.
Dreams are free.
They
Yeah.
really miss Bradman best on the weekend.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But there's ways around that. I'll have a look at the team list this week, and if it hasn't been, we'll talk on that soon. But how's Jack Hetherington going down there? Have you seen much?
He's been pretty quiet. Like we haven't gave him a big run yet. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're just blowing the cobwebs out of him because look, we got rid of Nelson because he was a bit of a hothead. You know what I mean? And we go and buy Jack Hetherington, which is a bigger hothead. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, but you get around and have a chat to the bloke. He's one of the nicest blokes you'll ever meet, Jack. He's a legend of a guy.
I thought that he might have actually got a bit of a run on the weekend, to be
Yeah, so
honest.
did I. I was
Just
very...
a bit more footy under his legs, you know, get him that.
I like some of the boys in our younger squad, mate. I reckon they should bring them up young.
Yeah.
Hugo Pill's getting a run this week, but he's on the extended bench.
Yep. Yeah, they've got some good juniors coming through.
Yeah, give Jack a run.
Yeah.
I think was it Jersey Flag last year they won?
Yeah.
But give Jack a run. You've got him all the way down there. You know, give him a
Yeah, he can't go. We need size up front. That's where I think Melbourne's failing this year. You know, you look at the Storm and they look small, bro, this year. You know what I mean?
Compared to what they have done in the past seasons.
I think Cooper Clark will move into the middle eventually once you get a few of your back rowers back.
I'll get rid of Trent Liero, mate, and put him straight into 13. I think Trent Liero is a liability, mate.
100%. Anyway, let's see how in a couple of weeks if we're still talking the same kind of.
Yeah, we should go right this weekend because we've got Canberra this weekend, but it's in Canberra, so.
Oh, it might be nice and cold down there. What is it?
Yeah.
Temperatures are dropping on the weekend, apparently.
They're dropping
I
here
wouldn't
in Arnhem
write
Valley,
Canberra
mate.
off there, but they
No,
got
I would.
yeah, same as the Storm. They got to come good sooner or later. But anyway, thanks for your call, champion, and hopefully in a couple of weeks we can talking to you again, and maybe your form's turned around.
Yeah, too easy, mate. You have a good night, mate.
You too, legend.
Take care.
All right. See you,
Cheers,
buddy.
mate. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Caller number 3.
Hello.
There you go. Who we got there?
Yeah, Paulie.
G'day, Paulie. How are you, champion?
Good, mate.
What's your,
Hello.
yeah, what's your question, champion?
Got Luai coming back into the Tigers this week. Now, he's replacing Jock Madden, who's been going through the roof. They're totally opposite types of players as well. Will be interesting to see how that changes because Luai's obviously got to be there, but you're having an opposite 5'8" come in. Just going to be interesting.
Have you even thought about Luai Madden half 5'8" and Dewey 13?
He was running like an outside, an edge forward on the weekend anyway. That's how he's playing.
Yeah, he took crash balls. He was running the line.
Back to Luai coming in. He was there for the first 2 or 3 weeks anyway, so they've already proven that they can do it with him there.
Oh, honestly, it's not as crazy as it sounds. Madden, Luai, and
I think Jock
Dewey
would
at
probably
13.
go in his shell, mate, when Luai comes back, if they played 7-6.
If you had too many Chiefs.
Yeah.
But they have retained Jock Madden at 14, which is good. That he hasn't been just shafted altogether. So, I mean, if that doesn't work, maybe they will play,
But you can't
shift
drop
around.
Alex Twal, can you?
No,
Hey?
it's all Pierce
He's
ball.
he's in career form at the moment. Partly.
I would even look at how do you say what's his name? Finai. he would go back to the bench maybe. Just to make that work, if you had to put Dewey at 13.
Oh, who's that? Fainu?
Yeah, Fainu.
Yeah. I thought he had a really good game, actually.
Oh, he did, but if you had to make that switch to keep Jock Madden in the 6 and 7.
In the starting third,
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably could.
Fanua Polo probably would be the one to drop if that was the case.
Yep.
Yeah, true. Anyway, that's...
You got Tyler May coming back this week too.
Yeah, it's a good.
So this is an unbelievable amount of riches that the Tigers have never had for God knows how long.
Well, this would be full strength.
Well, that Luke Laualii, he played really well before he got suspended.
That's a great pronunciation, mate. Good job.
You did well.
I'm just guessing
Absolutely.
at this point.
Start calling you Matt. Yeah, no, you did right. And even realistically, when you got a player like, as much as I'm not a fan of him, that Alex Seyfarth, when he's on the bench, you got a decent team to keep him on the bench. Honestly, I think, a lot of people rate the Broncos, they're going to bounce back. Oh, mate, honestly, I think the Tigers have got this. I really don't see the Tigers losing this game.
I think they'll be hard-pressed to beat. They'll only beat themselves. If they play what they've been playing in the last couple of rounds, the Broncos don't have a chance.
Yeah.
The only way is if they change their style with the addition.
That's going to be the only issue. How much Luai's game's going to change to what they've been.
Yeah.
And like you said, Luke, they're proven they can win with him in the side, but geez, they're playing good football.
Another one that's coming back to as well that they got in their ranks is memory blank. Now, he used to play for Newcastle, Stafford Tower.
Yeah,
he's on the way back as well.
Another week or two.
So they've got some, and that's another player that I don't think has lived up to his potential for a while. He is an absolute gun.
Yeah, he had patches last year. He'd have a good couple of games, and then he'd just sort of fall back into a lull again.
So if they do have some injuries, they got some backup.
Yeah.
So honestly, Tigers, lock it in. Tigers fans, you're in. I honestly think you're going to be a top 4 finisher this year.
My only issue with the Tigers is if Appy goes down, who comes in? Because they're playing all their footy through Appy at the moment.
He is the most underrated hooker in the game, I think. Like you hear of Origin, you hear all Robson, you hear of Brayley. What about Appy? Like you throw Appy Coruscant on any side, he's never going to let you down.
But you can put Jock Madden in 9.
I was going to say, can he play
lose
9?
a little bit of defensive structure with.
Yeah, my only issue is, like I said, I think they're playing all their footy through Appy and they're just getting on the back of their forwards.
Yeah.
But you look at Penrith. Penrith were a good side. Then Appy Coruscant got cemented into the Penrith side. They become a better side again. And then same with the Tigers now. But
yeah.
Anyway, mate, hopefully that's answered your question for you.
Look, I was out there last Sunday to watch, and I'll tell you, the Leagues Club and the ground was rocking. And they're going to jam more in there. They said they're going to let more people in the ground this week.
Is that at Campbelltown?
Yeah, at Campbelltown. It is going to be so noisy. Watch out for the Tigers. They're on a roll.
Can you do like a tiger for us? Can you do that?
Mahatma Coat.
Who me? No. I'm not fat cat, mate. I look like fat cat. I've got the same proportions, but I'm not. Have a good one, fellas and ladies.
Take
No
care.
worries. Thanks, Champion. Enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll get you on again soon.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Thanks, Champion.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
All right, guys, that's talking Schmidt for this week. Brought to you by Full Throttle Barbecue. Some good callers again this week.
Couple of ones.
So we'll take a short break and be back with more.
Someone called my eye.
Anyway, welcome back. What Caught My Eye brought to you by Maitland Bathroom Renovations, and apparently they do good baths.
Apparently.
So, what caught my eye? Marchy.
They're big enough for 2 people, apparently.
Alrighty. What have we got there? The first one we've got is the security guard at I do believe it was a New South Wales Cup game, looking after the crowd. I'm pretty sure he had him well in check too by the look of him. Looked like he had it well and truly under control.
I thought it was a cutout.
What's
I thought
that?
it was a cutout and he was having a break. He's just making sure.
What's old mate there on the left doing?
What's that?
What's the... Yeah, that bloke...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. So take that. Maybe that's why they put the red ring around old mate to take the focus off that.
They're all facing away from old mate.
They're not even looking. He's taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
Trust you to notice that, Luke.
Is that a Newcastle job?
Yeah, it is.
That is a Newcastle
It's
jersey.
at Campbelltown.
Oh, against West. They got. Didn't they get up?
Old mate has.
Yeah, I think they top of the ladder now in Newcastle.
Yeah,
Oh,
New South Wales.
So old mate on the left got up.
Well, they're giving out special awards.
Nice pick up,
Hang on.
Luke.
Do they have an arrow pointing?
Yeah, I was looking at that
Yeah, I
as
don't
well.
know what that is.
Oh, it looks like old mate's got tights on, but I don't know what the arrow is.
That's a shadow.
A red
Off
shadow.
the red ring. And the my second one was the I know how this bloke feels. The St George supporter looks like he's enjoyed or tried to enjoy his night.
Was that you at Tirac last week?
That was Mert Turak. I totally feel for this bloke because I've been in that position where your team's that bad. That's all you want to be.
Yeah.
But do you mean you've actually been like that before, mate?
Well,
In
head
that
down,
state,
bum up.
head down, ass up.
At Tirac.
I'm not saying nothing. I'll leave that one to the imagination. That's my two for the week.
Your two?
Yeah.
Good ones.
My first one is Brian Orr paid tribute to a fan who had passed away in a car accident on the Monday before the game against the Storm. He had his name on his strapping as well as scored a try for him and then reached out to the family after the game, giving his condolences.
And the type of bloke, he doesn't want people to know this, but it was someone else. That's the family sent it in, but good on him.
Yeah, it's a class act.
Absolutely.
He is an
mate.
absolute
Absolutely.
legend of the game. There should be more.
We say it so many times too, like there's not enough of this in the game, like brought to the public,
Yeah.
to the fans. Like a lot of it happens, but you don't see it, you don't hear about it.
No, you don't.
And it's unfortunate. They want to bring the bad stuff, but when the good stuff
This
like
is
this
positive.
happens, and
This is the sort of thing you want to hear.
I do get it though that he's probably the type of bloke, and he's sort of a shy bit of a character, I suppose, in that sense. Like he has his jokes with people and everything
Yeah.
like that, but he probably doesn't want it broadcast.
No,
You know,
he's not that type of
he's not that type of bloke. He doesn't want the recognition.
But unfortunately, mate, he's getting
He's
plenty
going to
of
get
it
it.
now.
He's
so.
going to get it.
And
But
credit where it's deserved.
yeah,
and
definitely.
that's deserved.
Yeah, 100%.
Unsure why they've got a picture of him from last year, though,
Yeah, well, true.
in the Vegas jersey.
Doesn't matter, does it?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Details.
Yeah.
Bye, crazy.
And my second one, which someone already ruined my fun,
Not bad.
is the throwback Chargers kit the
I've heard
Titans
about
will
that.
be wearing at Magic Round this year. Jaden will be wearing a replica of the jersey his dad Preston made his debut for.
That's brilliant.
I like it. The sponsors got on board too, and we're happy to
Yeah,
change their colours
allow it.
slightly just so
Allow it. Yeah,
it matched.
that's awesome.
It's yeah. I was a huge fan of the Chargers playing kit back in the day. And you remember they talk about mascots? You remember the Charger marching up the
Yeah.
sideline? They were gold. Yeah, that's awesome. Time for mine. What caught Schmidt's eye was a message to Jose Tavunga, some hero on Facebook sent. And his quick reply. That's something Hopper would have done. Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Jazz is the best at this.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of instances in the same type of thing.
Yeah.
Just
But-
loves it.
But you watch Hopper too, like if you follow him on Facebook, the stuff that he comes back with too.
Did you see the one with his young bloke,
He's
mate?
young bloke this week, yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was gold.
Facebook deleted it on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had to repost it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was gold. I thought it was brilliant.
Speaking of Hopper, jump on too. He's doing another raffle of some signed jerseys to get his young bloke over to Tonga. So I thought it was like he was going to have first, second, third, and fourth winner. One person won all them 4 jumps.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he's
That's a
already
nice
drawn
little
it.
collection.
Yeah, there's another.
Oh, right.
There's another.
2, was it, or 3?
Yeah, another 2 plus there's more. to
Yeah,
come,
wow.
so- And it still applies to a lot of Newcastle people. Go, oh, isn't that nice? If you win it, I'm sure that you can contact us and we'll organise a nice
Yeah.
one and swap you for it. So, yeah. And my second was the snake at the doubleheader in Perth. Now, that was a long snake.
That's a good one. It goes down a bit.
It's usually only cricket, isn't it?
We did that at the cricket one year. We went down to watch Australia and someone else.
There's a lot of beers.
I think it was.
Don't like it, eh?
I think it might have
They
been
don't
Sri
like people
Lanka.
having fun, mate.
Yeah, security bonked it on the head real quick. We ended up getting kicked out, so we went to Bondi Beach and just kept drinking.
Anyway, that's
what
mine.
it is.
Mark.
Yeah, I like them.
I suppose we've already said it's a tough time being a Saints fan, but some of them already come prepared. As you can see here with the
There it is.
light up finger, just to say what she thinks of the team at the moment.
Put a
Wow.
face on her.
She don't look happy.
Wow.
She looks like a school principal.
To be,
No offence to all the school principals out there, but
to be fair, no one
Yeah.
else in the picture looks happy either.
nah.
True.
You know who she
don't
looks
do that.
like? What's the ginger off Harry Potter?
Never seen it, never will.
No, I've not watched it, but you just watch little bits of it here and there. It looks like
Oh,
the
dear.
ginger's mum. You know,
It's very
what's
specific
his
for
name,
only watching a
Ronald?
little bit.
Oh,
Oh, that Ronald
The ringer.
Weasley.
Yeah, looks like his mum.
It's just your way of saying I'll watch it. But
I
I don't
live
want
with
to
a
say
Harry
what.
Potter freak, mate. I hear stuff every now and then when I pay attention. Very rarely, but I do
So-
hear stuff.
Does
this
he,
is a
Lizzie?
Harry Potter man.
Oh, very much.
Oh, all right. So you're
Religious.
the goblin.
Dobby.
Dobby.
Is that his name?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Was that yours?
Well, that was mine.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what's going on here.
No, we lost that. Harry Potter got
Fast
so
about
lost.
with the doodle noodle. Mine is this one here, the poor bugger. He didn't have the best of games, and in the commentary they were saying, I think he made a mistake or something happened, and they were like, he's going to get sprayed after him.
Oh, he got one, didn't he?
And he went back
And
and had a second go.
that poor bugger, he got sprayed here, and then second half comes out, drops the ball, and it was a walkover penalty. And you just see his face, and he's
He
like,
knew.
I'm in big trouble now. I've already been yelled at by Dad, and I'm going to get in more trouble when I get
No.
home.
And look at Everington in the background.
Yeah,
Try not to
Jack.
make eye contact.
Oh, you don't want to cop a spray either.
He was actually munging on lollies beforehand because I was watching it, and he was munging on lollies, just having a good time, and then all of a sudden, bellyache starts screaming at the poor kid, and he's just like, "Oh, yeah, say nothing, talk to no one."
I'm not here. And look,
Oh, you got one there? What have you got? What are we? What do you got there? Is that Toa?
I think you're being set up here.
I have.
Is that Buller or?
I don't think it is.
Well, what?
I didn't have one. I was hoping you threw one up there, to be fair.
Yeah, I was just referring to Gould, what he said.
I haven't read it.
Read quickly then.
Read
It
it
just
aloud.
it suits the theme
Oh,
tonight.
yeah, okay. No, yeah, so this is obviously, I've been set up here. This is in relation to Gould's comments from last year and matching the same comments, are they? With his previously getting in trouble, saying, commenting on players, especially from the Tigers, and how he's not allowed to say it anymore. But it doesn't seem to stop him.
What did he
it
say?
seems like something that Chris would say.
I was thinking Simon.
Or something. Wow. Yeah, true, Simon. Just a creamy,
Sounds like a biscuit.
fluid.
Creamy, warm apple pie on a Sunday.
You forgot the fluid bit.
Oh,
So fluid, not just fluid.
I'm just wondering what biscuits you've been eating.
Not yours.
Like a warm apple pie.
Anyway, on that note, that's what caught my eye. Brought to you by Maitland Bathroom Renovations. And, yours. Sorry, I thought you were first. My bad.
I've had my go. What do you mean?
Yeah, I just you're looking at me. Anyway,
Sorry,
was
I'll
right.
look away.
you're looking at me, and I thought, oh, what have I done wrong?
Going through the list.
Yeah, well, anyway. Stuff you may have missed.
And I don't wanna miss a thing.
Brought to you by Empire Guard. Stuff you may have missed. The Broncos Queensland shame sign. Ooh.
How quick they forget.
Excuse me. That bloke down the front looks familiar.
The one on the left or the right?
On the right.
Who's right?
Politician?
Our right or?
All right.
Anyway, it's probably no one. Anyway, that's pretty cool.
Doesn't take long to turn, does it?
Nah.
But I reckon that's Titans supporters and
Yeah.
holding it up in the background. Mate.
True. Person dressed as a milk carton at the Raiders vs South game in Perth. That's gold.
That's got to be warm.
More milk.
Warm milk.
Oh, that's probably
curdled.
off curdled.
With lime.
Imagine
Yeah.
sitting in that for a few hours.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
I used to put lime cordial in milk when we were kids, mate, just to see what
Yeah.
it tastes like. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I wanted to try that green Canberra milk, but I
Yeah.
never got to it. And the third one, it was this tattoo.
That's over the top, isn't it?
Would you get one? No.
Of the eels,
Yeah,
not,
the
not
eels.
of the tigers.
No, I wouldn't. I've always
pretty
said I'll never
ordinary,
get anything above my collar
Yeah, that's a bit crazy, isn't
and
it?
That's,
nothing on my hands.
I tell you what, there's been some.
Imagine
good.
if they start going downhill.
Yeah.
You'd just grate your hair, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but there's been
Well-
some good.
Yeah,
Some of us
if you
can.
can.
You just put 05 on the bottom of it,
Yeah.
surely.
There's been some good good Tigers. Good
Probably
NRL.
18.
Been some good NRL tattoos over the years I've
Yeah.
seen, and there's been some dreadful ones
Yeah.
like that portrait of Ponga. Oh, that was terrible. But
Get your nipple out.
we'll leave that for the bedroom, will you?
Go on, you want to tell them about your tattoo?
I thought this was PG.
Oh,
It's supposed to be. Well,
That's after
well,
eight.
the accidental F-bombs get bleeped out, so
Yeah.
of course
Yeah,
it's PG.
Anyway, stuff you may have missed. That's for this week. So, anyone that's got any stuff you may have missed, feel free to send it in to us. So,
Absolutely. It's
yeah.
always good value to see some stuff that we've always missed.
Anyway, player of the round. Player of the round.
Player.
It's brought to you by Kogan Haulage Contractors. So, yeah. Marchy, you want to start off?
Yeah, I'm probably going to. I'm assuming someone's got probably this guy. Terrell May.
You can have it. You can have it.
No, I was, yeah, Nate Kinney. 4 offloads, 4 line breaks, 2 try assists, 7 tackle breaks, 1 line break assist, 1 only made the 1 tackle, but he didn't have to tackle much because not many of their players had to. 23 runs for 263 metres, including 1 run from dummy half, 4 kick returns for 82 metres and 1 error. Absolutely killed him. Every time he touched the ball, it was long range. Made good yards, made easy yards, and just made Parramatta look quite simple, to be honest. And he's probably not the only one that I believe carved him up, but he just stood out for me. I was just sitting there watching, shaking my head. Every time he touched the ball, he did something. So, yeah, definitely a massive standout. Do you want my other one?
No, I'll just say what he said. That's easy. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Schmidt's player of the round was Jackson Ford. 1 try, 23 runs, 175 metres gained, 66 post-contact metres, 1 line break, 3 tackle breaks, 21 hit-outs, 36 tackles with only 1 miss. So, well, Fordy's been pretty
Big turnaround from the week before. He
Back
didn't
on
have
top
one
of the
his
Dally M
better
as well.
games.
And I did give a
He's been
special
playing
mention
good.
to Scott Drinkwater. 1 try, 1 field goal, 31 runs, 190 metres, 29 post-contact metres, 3 line breaks, assists, and a try assist. So,
I did have Scott Drinkwater, but like every time you have special mentions and ruin it for everyone. So, Tom Chester, 1 try, 2 line breaks, 6 tackle breaks, 14 tackles, 20 runs of 257 metres. So he had a barnstorming game.
I had a couple. James Tedesco, yeah, just another good game from him. As much as everyone hates him because he's a whinger, but yeah, 23 runs, 287 run meters, 74 post contact, 6 tackle busts, 2 line breaks, 2 offloads. Just his usual game majority of the time, but he sort of stepped up an extra notch on a dry track over there in WA.
I didn't see all of it, but did anyone watch that game?
I watched most of it.
How did Spencer go?
He was okay, but he wasn't.
He was pretty quiet.
Didn't do much.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of it, but I didn't see it all.
Did what he had to.
Yeah, it had DCE as well. I thought he had one of his better games. He's starting to sort of just find his way in that team now, I think. 2 tries, 1 line break, 6 runs, 49 metres, 17 tackles, 10 kicks for 303 kick metres.
Yeah, kicked him into gear.
What's Philfield one thing? Spencer give away his bets.
Did he?
Yeah, and I didn't get him.
He'll buy some more.
Yeah.
We'll
Might need him next week.
Yeah.
Luke?
I also had Keeney, but I also thought Simi Sasangi.
Yeah.
Just destructive. What do we have? 2 try assists, which he probably could have scored both of them himself if he really wanted to. 240 run metres, 8 tackle breaks, and 2 line breaks.
Really found a home down there on the sticky, hasn't he?
Considering 12 months ago he was very much a fringy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now
absolutely.
he's just found his spot in the centres, and I mean he's keeping the New Zealand international out.
What was it? The first semi-final. He plays in the 6, mate.
Yeah.
Had absolute shocker of a game. Could have put a 10-year-old playing 6 that would have had a better game than him.
Well,
and then this year he starts in the centres, and it's like he's picked up extra speed in the off season, and
his form's about to, potentially push out of New Zealand international out of the club itself. Like
yeah,
getting
absolutely.
shopped around. So
yeah,
interesting. Oh, that's our players of the round. Brought to you by Kogan Haulage Contractors, and we're going to take a short break and come back with some humour. Anyway, welcome back. Time for the jokes of the week. Brought to you by the Sign Shop. Our good mate Chris at the Sign Shop. Had a chat with us on the weekend. A few things. A new rap coming.
Very good.
Check it out. Anyway, over to you.
A golfer named Jay was involved in a terrible car crash and was rushed to the hospital. Just before he was put under, the surgeon popped in to see him. I have some good news and some bad news, says the surgeon. The bad news is that I have to remove your right arm. Oh God, no, cries Jay. My golfing is over. Please, Doc, what's the good news? The good news is I have another one to replace it with, but it's a woman's arm. I'll need your permission before I go ahead with the transplant. Go for it, Doc, says Jay, as long as I can play golf again. The operation went well, and a year later the man was out on the golf course when Jay bumped into the surgeon. Hi, how's the new arm? Asked the surgeon. Just great, says Jay. I'm playing the best golf of my life. My new arm has a much finer touch and my putting has really improved. That's great, said the surgeon. Not only that, continued Jay, my handwriting has improved. I've learned how to sew my own clothes, and I've even taken up painting landscapes in watercolours. Unbelievable, said the surgeon. I'm so glad to hear this transplant was such a great success. Are you having any side effects? Well, just one problem, said Jay. Every time I get an erection, I also get a headache.
Golf. You can't imagine what would happen if it was something else apart from the arm, would you? No? Gee whiz.
Luke went to the doctor and told the doctor he was having a problem as he was unable to get his manhood erect. The doctor checked him out, then told him that the muscles around the base of the organ were damaged and there was nothing he could do for him. However, he knew of an experimental treatment that might work if he was willing to take the risk. The treatment consisted of planting muscle tissues from an elephant's trunk into his old fella. Luke thought about it for a while. The thought of having to go through life without sex was too much for him to bear. So with the assurance that there would be no cruelty to the elephant, Luke decided to go for it. A few weeks after the operation, Luke was given the green light to go and try out his newly renovated equipment. As a result, Luke planned a romantic evening with his wife and took her to one of the nicest restaurants in town. In the middle of dinner, he felt a strong stirring in his loins that continued to the point of being extremely painful. To release the pressure, he unzipped his fly and his knob sprang out. Slid across the top of the table, grabbed a bread roll and returned to his trousers. Luke's wife was stunned at first, but then with a sly grin on her face said, "That was incredible. Can you do it again?" With tears in his eyes, he replied, "I think I can, but I'm not sure if another bread roll will fit up my ass."
Oh, that's gold. You got another one?
No. They're story jokes. They go forever.
Oh,
That was good.
Yeah, not bad.
what, the bread roll?
Luke's never eaten bread rolls again.
You can get home and his wife will go, "You want a bread roll, honey?"
No thanks.
No. Anyway, thank you once again. And we'll catch you again next week. Go the Panthers bounce back this week.
Hope so. Same with the Knights.
Well, you know
I'd
that.
like to say the same about you.
Remember she says it with such joy and
Oh, yeah.
laughter.
Good luck.
Couldn't even get through the sentence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She started laughing before she even started talking.
Thanks, Hoops.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
No, she's not.
Hey,
I'm not an idiot.
who's the one that inboxes me as soon as Penrith lose?
I didn't last time.
You did. You sent me a picture of Nathan Cleary crying
When?
With
his
extended
200th
chin.
cake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did too.
And then when Parramatta lost, I said to Dean, I could, but I'm not going to.
Oh, I expected it.
On that note, we'll catch you next week. And we'll take a short break. Thanks for everything. And be back shortly.
Hey, you got Pete here from KTP Podcast and Word on the Street. We're out here at the Full Throttle Rant doing Word on the Street, and we're going to do some interviews, find out some information about some people, and yeah, just see where it goes from there. Hi, Scarlett.
Hi, Pete.
So, what brought you out to the ranch, and how'd you get out here?
We used to sponsor my footy team, so I thought this is a good chance to get some social skills and meet new people. So that's why.
Yep. How long have you been out here?
I've been out here for around 8 to 9 months now.
And I believe you're a head glassy.
Yes, I am. And I'm being trained on the door to check everyone into their seats.
And how's that going? It'd be pretty difficult, like, to learn, to get that out here?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to get around my head, but I think I'm doing pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, from all reports, you're doing great, so that's good. So who do you support in the footy, and watch what you say?
I support the Broncos!
Well, that's probably the end of this interview.
Damn, okay.
So I imagine then, if you support the Broncos, you wouldn't be real happy about last night?
No, I'm not. I'm a bit disappointed in them, but it's fine, I guess. We'll get up there by the end of the year.
Right, there is 20 rounds to go, so hopefully the Scarlets hope that, good year, they will get up there.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I don't think the team they were last year.
No.
But everybody jumps on the bandwagon when someone wins a grand final. How long have you been supporting them?
Like 2 years.
Right, so she's supported them 2 years. She's a newbie to it.
Yeah.
And she's gone straight for the premiership winning team.
Yep.
So, do you know any players that play for the Broncos?
Like personally, or
No, just the team. Do you know any names? Give me a couple of names.
Jordan Ricky, Reece Walsh. I know Adam Reynolds, Payne Haas.
Well, that's good because you know more than the cameraman.
Oh yeah.
So, say true. Right, well, thanks for talking with us.
It's all good,
and,
Pete.
This is brought to you by Word on the Street, KTP Podcast. And thank you, Scarlett.
Thanks, Pete.
that's enough of that.
I can't imagine why. Anyway.
Excellent.
And welcome to Pete.
Yeah, welcome, Pete.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's the third week you forgot me.
No,
Appreciate
he
it.
just got in before.
Oh, you got in before you. Thanks, Mark.
Someone's got to look
Pleasure
after
to be
you.
here.
Yeah, and your partner in crime's not with us this week. But
No, I've got the other ball mate over here. So
What have I done?
He's probably
I
a
just
little bit
rocked up.
more low key with his comments than the other bald mate of yours.
yeah, he's probably he's probably allowed back on the other ball mates. Probably not.
I couldn't believe.
Go on the lounge.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
What said last week. That was it was gold, but not for camera. Anyway, the
No.
week that was brought to you by ProMine.
All right, we have the Doggies 32, Panthers 16.
Yeah, no one's seen this coming. I don't think, except for maybe the
Luke.
Doggies himself and
All
maybe
the
Luke.
Doggies
I didn't
fans,
see it
mate.
coming. That's for
All
sure.
the Dogs fans.
You see them all going out buying grand final tickets.
Yeah.
It's only fair. Dragons 18, Seagulls 28.
Yeah, not surprised.
They got
You see what
close.
happened to their merchandise van? That was always going to happen.
Yeah,
Poor buggers, they've had a bad run.
Wheels are falling off
That's,
everywhere.
they literally are falling off. Yeah.
more ways than one, 100%.
I don't see it changing too soon either.
No.
But like I said, the board meeting tonight be an interesting
I just don't know if
read
they've got the
tomorrow.
cattle. I don't know if they got the cattle.
Or the car. Or the trailer. Either.
Oh, well,
I don't hate their forward pack. They're just out wide. They just seem to be struggling.
Even Sloan was a bit, a rate
They're
in.
not
but-
showing nothing.
No.
They're just really not showing it. Nothing. No improvement or not. They're just not.
It's time to
Yeah,
get
it's
rid of
bad.
a few.
well, they're going to have to.
Yeah. And get some people in that want to play for the jersey, not just the paycheck.
they've
It's like
got-
they're just there for the paycheck and they get that, they don't care.
Pretty much
Yeah.
their whole cup side are all locals, and they're beating everyone by 50.
Bring them up.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them a
Bring
crack.
'em up.
Give them a crack. Something's got to happen.
Get some of the first grades and say, off you go to reserve.
Shane
grade.
Flanagan said it last year with that young bloke, and he blooded him in at 6. And he said, mate, he's got to learn, so now's the best time to do it.
100%.
Do it now.
Get him in there.
His job's on the line.
The only way's up.
Wow.
Correct.
He might have a job by the
He
time
might
we
have a
finish
job.
here.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
possibly, but
For all we
still.
know, he's
He's playing
already
cup.
got the
Yeah, you don't know.
so-
Who are you going to put in, Dean Young?
Oh,
say
that's
so.
the talk.
I'd say
Can't do
so.
That's the talk.
It would be him or Mick Ennis, I guess.
Yeah, I'd put Youngie in.
If it isn't Horsehead getting linked to Super League.
Horsehead.
Isn't who?
Have you ever heard of that?
Horsehead.
Have you ever heard
He has
Horsehead?
got quite a large head.
Mate, he's a Valentine bloke. He's got the biggest head on the planet.
And it's the menace. He's a
Yeah.
pest.
It is. Anyway.
It's all right, Mick. We still like you.
Probably nearly the game of the round and a scoreline I don't think anyone predicted. Cowboys 35, Broncos 31.
That was a good game.
That score has never been scored in rugby league history, they said.
Yeah,
Marchy
right.
Middleton.
No, well, they come up on the broadcast. They said on the
take
broadcast.
credit.
No, I'll take the credit. No, they come up on the broadcast. They said that score's never been apparently.
Well, yeah, it's an odd score, right?
It's a very odd
Yeah, it
score.
is.
I thought the Cowboys were going to take off. I really did. I thought they were going to take off. I went to bed at half time, pissed and tired. So I slept.
More
I woke
pissed
up the
and
next
tired.
morning. I checked my phone. And it was
More piss and time.
by 4. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know the Broncos were depleted, but it was good to see that rivalry back close again because it's been a while since those two
Yeah.
teams have had a couple of close
Speaking
games.
of Broncos, did anyone see Reece Walsh getting his operation? He was filming everything on his
No.
phone. What a load of shit.
Hasn't he got his own? He's got his own Instagram channel or something like that where he follows his whole life.
Yeah.
Probably, but
Yeah,
okay.
That's why he does those silly things
yeah.
But
because it draws numbers.
Draws numbers.
he
yeah.
even had his phone in his hand as they were putting him to sleep. And
Oh, really?
If you go in tomorrow, first,
They won't let you.
as if they're going to let you do it.
Yeah,
You know what I
won't
mean?
let
Like,
you do
come on.
it. Take everything off you. Yeah.
What a load of horse piss.
Yeah.
You're trying to say they're not as famous?
No, but like,
Well, you even had
Yeah.
to look after his operation when he was pushing that or helping push that car.
yeah,
He wasn't doing shit.
yeah.
He was just leaning on it, but he made sure he filmed it.
Yeah.
But the problem is, the more you watch it, the more he gets.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, we're talking about it, so it's done what it's meant to do.
Yep,
that's it. True.
We're not talking about him because he plays NRL.
Yeah.
What? There's a footy show?
I don't know. Can we start as a footy show?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, Raiders 36, Rabbits 5. Sorry. Raiders 36, Rabbits 34.
This was
Rabbits were
another-
5th.
Another game of the round.
I didn't realise the score was 5.
Yeah, I'm sorry, how did I get that wrong?
5 points for 2 past
Did I miss
try.
something?
Stuff you may have missed.
Yeah, possibly.
That was the first of the double header at Optus.
Yeah.
It was a good game. I didn't mind it, to be honest.
Was a good game.
Both teams had their chances.
Close game.
I thought the Rabbits would have got them, but yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. Close game, good game. Oh, no, this is not the next one, is it?
No.
Roosters 34, Sharks 22. And the second one at Optus Stadium by the time they got the beer snake going.
Yes.
I thought Sharks were going to run away with this at one point, and they just.
I truly did. I thought the amount of people that I've spoken to about their tips and that through the week of how many they've actually gotten, I thought for sure, I was like, sitting so high up, I'm going to be way back down now.
No, I was pretty convinced the Roosters with all their
It
stars.
was 22-6 at one point.
Exactly.
You shouldn't lose a game from there.
You shouldn't,
But Roosters dry track, as I said before, mate. Like with DCE, he's starting to find his feet. Sam Walker's, they're both playing their style of footy.
Yeah, they've found
and
their place now.
Yeah,
And
and
how it works
Tedesco
together.
had another pearler from the back end as a fullback. So yeah, I thought I didn't honestly expect them to win. I thought that they would get close, but to still end up winning
They were
by
winning well.
12. Yeah, that's anyway.
Warriors broke their hoodoo against the Storm, 38-14.
What did I say?
Wow.
What did I say last week?
I picked them.
I'll have to go back through the video. I don't think you said anything.
I picked them. I knew they'd win,
I tell you what, the Warriors bashed them.
didn't they?
They just bashed them and run over the top of them
It
and
was like
bashed
the
them and
Bulldogs
kept bashing them
game.
more.
They just come out from the start and they just got
You know what
physical.
I did? I changed
They
the
did.
tip.
Did you?
Yep. I went and changed it to Melbourne.
You idiot.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I looked at it and I thought Melbourne can't.
Never change it.
No,
I think
they-
about changing tips every week, and I'm like, nah, you know what? I've tipped it.
Psych yourself out.
That's why I'm coming third, mate.
No,
Just
they
leave
just
things
bashed
alone.
them.
They
Bashed them
did.
off the park.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they just kept bashing them.
And
There was even
They
a
didn't
point
let
late.
up at all.
But you
eh?
know why? And honestly, this is the only reason that I picked the Warriors against the Storm was it was a night game.
Yeah.
The air's thinner. They don't like day games. The Warriors don't like day games. They like rainy games and night
Yeah.
games.
They're not. Melbourne are not playing well. Like some of their big name players are just like Munster. I was looking at Munster and they're talking about Munster and he needs to do this and needs to do that. I'm thinking he's not doing nothing. He's
I
not.
think-
He's just there. He's
It's
just
not
there.
just him, though.
He's struggling.
No, it's not just him.
It's
Grant.
there's a
Forward pack.
plethora
Yeah.
of them players.
There
that
is.
just
That's what I
aren't
mean. All their
clicking.
top name players.
He's trying.
You're looking at him and you're thinking.
You
like,
watch him week out. Munster tries his guts out every week.
But they're just making silly mistakes that Melbourne don't do. Melbourne don't make silly mistakes.
Trying to score points where
Yeah.
they don't need to if they
Yeah.
just played simple football.
And where would that mentality come from? You know what I mean? Because they've never done it any other time.
And that's the problem. They're not used to being
yeah,
4 losses
under the pump.
after
And, yeah.
the
They
amount
don't know
of
how to
games
get out of
they've
it.
Played.
Yeah,
They'll start chasing points and they'll do silly things and
Yep.
that'll keep going.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Snowballs from there, doesn't it?
Yep.
Moving on to the next one.
Yeah, snowballing. Titans 52, Eels 10.
Moving on to the next one.
Next.
Yeah, no, there's not much you can say to
No,
that.
there's
Poor Eels were.
There's not. They're just, at the moment, like I said, they've got nothing.
Nah.
They've got nothing.
Well, I mean this, not trying to dig in India. It's just getting worse for the poor buggers. Injuries.
Well, we've got seven long-term injuries to start with, which is you're down
Any
to
team that has
23.
that is going to struggle.
Down to 23, no compensation. 4 of those injuries are through foul play.
Yep.
Where's our compensation? We need something.
You got 2
You've got to step
ACL,
in. Got to step
2
in and do something.
ACLs, so 2 season-ending
Yep.
There was some
A
other,
knee.
2 guns.
someone else, some other club got some compensation. for
South
Sydney.
Oh, they didn't get compensation, but they were allowed to bring in extra
players. And
So
like
why can't,
we're down to 23 out of our 30, and the minimum I think was 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I mean, I've got a rough idea
And you
why
got
the Eels
27
aren't
on the
allowed.
bench.
I got 100% I know why the Eels aren't allowed, and it all started at the start of the season with Melbourne and Zach Lomax.
Yeah.
That's exactly where it started. Like
And
the
look where he is
Earls
now.
dug their hurls
Injured.
in.
Playing for
And
Western
they had every right to.
Force.
They had every
Yeah,
right
yeah,
to.
they had every right.
The NRL
They
had
trained.
no reason whatsoever the NRL should have stood in on that.
No, and
They
nothing
should
to do
not
with-
have got involved. It was between 2 clubs,
Yeah,
and
that's
now
right.
this is what's happened.
If
We've
they
had
did
those
get
injuries.
involved, they should have been back in the Eels because the Eels are in the right.
Well, they were, yeah.
Yeah, it was they were in the. You know,
I actually saw on one of the pages, one of the Paris supporter pages, that why don't Parramatta just accidentally leak the paperwork
yeah,
that they threatened to use
cool.
to get their compensation?
Yeah.
You know, why don't they bring it out and say, well, this is why we dug our heels in,
Yeah.
and why are we being punished now?
You give it to us, we'll leak it.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. We won't say where it come from. Just a friend.
Yeah.
But
Friend
again,
of a friend.
what's a
Yeah.
contract worth nowadays in the NRL?
Yeah, well,
Because one bloke doesn't want to play. He wants to gets wind at a club that has been successful for the last 20 years. They want to take him down there. Oh,
Yep.
right, I don't want to play.
yeah,
for
but in the
that.
whole Lomax thing, he did that with St George.
Yeah,
Went to the
same
Eels.
thing.
Then he wasn't happy there. So that's
Didn't he
what
sort
NRL
of,
should have said,
wasn't
no.
it that R360 or whatever it was?
Yeah, he was going to play that. Well, that was the word.
Well, that was like,
that's what he
who
wanted.
was the Melbourne player?
Pappy.
Right,
Pappy.
Pappy.
Yeah, he did the same.
He's come out and said,
He's quite happy to retire. He
Yeah,
said,
Well, he's a
he's
golf
gonna play-
caddy now.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's going
he's
to play
happy
touch
to-
footy, but that's it.
Yeah, he's touring New Zealand as a golf caddy at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good on him.
Wow,
Easy.
Yeah, but
a lot
you
easier
know,
on the body.
he said he's played touch footy. Is it still keeping fit for R360 in a couple of years? Because it will happen.
No, I don't. I couldn't see Pappy doing that, mate. The injuries that he's sustained over the past 5 years.
If
like-
R360 want to throw a few hefty million at him for
Yeah.
2 seasons,
Well, is that ever going to get off the ground?
It will. It will. It's only. I think they jumped the gun too soon before they got everything.
Announcements and stuff.
And they also just poor timing with the Rugby World Cup this
Yeah.
year.
And now the war.
Yeah.
Now they'll have to rebuild the stadiums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the airports.
Well, anyway.
for what we originally thought was probably going to be the game of the round, that
No, it wasn't.
Tigers 42,
We
Knights 22. They're just outplayed, outclassed, outrun.
From the start.
They nailed him down that,
Yeah, that-
left edge there.
Yeah.
Badman Best not being there. Communication was a bit lacking there, and they just nailed him through there.
100%.
Absolutely nailed him.
A lot of people come out and will bag and Marchy. I mean, here he didn't play good. I'm not going to say he did. But they're going, stone your wing. Well, when the bloke
There's nothing
inside
like
you,
that. Yeah, you
is
got to go
gone,
in. You got to go in.
You've got to go in. You
Yeah.
can't stone your wing.
Yeah.
This is what people couldn't get on. There's so many people bad mouthing him there. He did the right thing.
Yeah.
Because if he stayed on his wing, there's a big gap inside him. So
He
they're
just,
gonna run
he just runs straight through the gap anyway. So.
and they're going to score
And
closer
then,
to the
why
post.
don't you go in and tackle him?
That's right.
Brazil
You're not
Yard
going to win.
gets
You're never going to win.
You're damned if you
Yard
do and
pops
you're
the
damned
same.
if you don't.
So it wasn't his fault. And I wasn't saying it's not his fault because he did a couple of things wrong too. I'm not
Yeah.
going to deny that.
Yeah.
But it was the whole left edge. Was,
Oh, the whole
There's
left
a lack
edge
of
was.
confidence in it.
yeah, and,
It
you know,
was, isn't it? So there was no communication. They just weren't confident in each other. And
it wasn't just the debutant that was in there too that got hooked at half time that, you know, people were throwing pitchforks at. Who went out there? Was it
Put
Lucas?
Lucas out.
It stayed the same.
Yeah, well, no.
It didn't fix.
Yeah, but
So-
again, there was the no trust in your
I think I might have turned off by.
So
But look, they got 22 points. They weren't going to get. When I last seen it, they were getting nowhere near that.
The scoreline didn't indicate
Yeah,
the
no,
game really
no,
late.
no.
Apparently, at the end, when Newcastle scored their points, it was just Tigers took their foot off the pedal
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just let it
I
slide.
know Benji wasn't happy with it in his
Yeah.
press conference. He said he
Yeah.
was pretty annoyed.
Well, when I literally walked away from it and I stopped watching it, and
Yeah.
then at the full time, I lost a 6-pack to the father-in-law. And
yeah,
Uncle
See,
Barney's like,
Benji had every right too, because when you look at the position on the ladder, okay, they're second, but they're second by a long way on for and against.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you
Lose that 22 points.
10 or 14 of those points not
Makes a difference
scored,
at the back end of the
that's
season.
the back end of the season.
100%.
Like it could be the difference between first and second.
At home semi-final.
You know,
Yeah, totally
and
agree.
there is a monetary prize for first.
Correct.
You know,
That's what they're
and
there
the
for.
shield.
Yeah.
You know, so he's
Plus
got
the
every
home
right
semi.
to sort of give him a blasting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
That is the week that was brought to you by ProMine. And time for this week's Team List Tuesday, brought to you by Extreme Indoor Go-Karts, Warners Bay. So
You just made the list!
I reckon probably mid-year go-kart challenge. You reckon? Wait for the fuel prices to get back down.
They're electric carts, aren't they?
Yeah, lucky, eh?
You've got to run the generators to charge them.
Yeah, well, true. But I still remember when we went with Gaz last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was. And after we took off and we're driving to from Warners Bay to Cardiff, and there's this car following everywhere I went. Porsche turns around and goes, "Dad, there's a strange car following us." I was, oh, nah, yeah. Well, maybe. So anyway, we pulled in. It's a Cardiff Coles there, the underground car park. And pulled into a car park and look out the back, and Gary goes, "Is this the way home?"
He's never been out of Maitland.
Oh, poor guy. Underground car park, I reckon. He didn't know. I tell you what, we miss you, old fella.
How's he going? Have we heard?
Yeah, I tried to get him on the other week, see if he was
Yep.
up to it, but he was flat out. So
Yep.
we will get him on sometime this year. But yeah,
It'd be good.
good on
to
you,
see him.
guys. Yeah. I bet Chris has moved on to you for now, hasn't he?
Stop bringing it up. Because he'll only bring it up.
Oh, no, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Gaz and Chris, and
Oh.
well, Gaz is forgotten pretty quickly.
Poor bugger.
He's up the fence.
He's still there, mate.
I'll see you on holidays
Greener
again next week.
pastures. Yeah.
Hard never forgets.
I
Correct.
think I need it.
Absolutely.
Anyway, first one off the rank. The Cowboys up against the Sea Eagles up there in sunny Queensland. I'm going to have to take the Cowboys on this one on last week's form. And realistically, I mean, the Eagles are going all right, but they're still not, you know.
Still not 100%.
I mean, they've got a good team on paper, but I hope in the next couple of weeks, number 13, Jake Trbojevic, does announce his retirement.
I'm surprised he's playing.
Yeah. I just think I'd like to see him. Well, he's going to go out a winner regardless, but go out in his own terms. Yeah, it's a great career. Anyway, Marchy?
I'm going the Cowboys. I think they've turned a bit of a corner, I think. And they're playing on the back of some good play from Purdue and Chester in the centres. That Tom Chester's been playing good for. He couldn't get in the side last year. Now he'd be struggling to get out of the side.
Yeah.
Sonny Luke, I've been impressed with that.
Yeah.
Since going up there.
They've got some good
I was
players.
going to
Just
say the same thing, mate.
starting to come good. I think they're giving it a bit of a shake. I think they'll account for Manly.
Pete?
I'm going to go for Manly. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I just think they've had a couple of wins under their new coach, and I think they'll be wanting to try and prove a point. We're away from home. Let's get up there. They've had a good run last week. They're the Cowboys. Well, let's show people that we're fair income.
I was umming and ahhing between the two because, you know,
It's a hard round.
I just took them being up there at Cowboy Land. I thought that spot will get the Cowboys home.
Yeah.
But yeah, down right. Could go either way. But yeah, Sonny Luke, I've been really impressed with him since going up there.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I know they lost Robson, but
But he's a different player again.
yes,
He's little and he's
just fit in.
and he's
Fit like a
he
glove.
has that Coruscant sort of, you know,
Well,
Brayley.
learned under him for a while, didn't he?
Yeah,
And Mitch Kenny, so
Yeah.
he's had a
Yeah.
decent
Yeah, he's had some good people to look at and sort of learn from. But yeah, I think he's just the way he gets in and out quickly, and the big forwards from the Cowboys, mate. They when they get rolling, he quick play the balls.
What's his name? The hooker usually is he injured for a bit?
HIA.
So he got category 1, was it? What's his name?
Reed Marnie, the serial pest.
Yeah, I know. I seen him going off, but I didn't.
I think that's what it was.
To be honest, I think it's probably a blessing in disguise for the Cowboys. To be honest, I think if Luke can come on and play his form that he did the last couple of weeks,
As long as he doesn't overplay his hand.
Yeah,
he does that a little bit.
Yeah,
but
he could
just rein it back
possibly
a little bit.
He could possibly force.
Well, I don't think he'll take Breed's spot.
I don't know.
I think that the way that it was working for him coming off the bench and
true,
he could just inject himself. Say, look, you've got 20 minutes. Go nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh?
Cowboys.
Jay?
Yeah, Cowboys because it's up there. I think humidity. But in saying that, when they're not on,
they're not on.
They get their pants pulled down pretty quick. So.
The next one is, I reckon this could be a cracker of a game, to be honest. Two sides that are a bit down on form, so to speak. The Raiders up against the Storm. On paper, they've got a pretty good side, both of them. Yeah.
Tough on this one, isn't it?
I'd like to see Ricky Stewart swap Jaden Brayley with Tom Starling just for a game.
Yeah.
To let Brayley get in there with that defensive that he has with his, gets in and makes some good tackles, and then have Tom Starling come off the bench like he used to and sort of get that same scenario. Quick play the balls, just in and out from dummy half because he's only small to the ground.
It's exactly like we said with the Cowboys. Just have Brayley get in and do all the shit stuff, and then send Starling out just to go hand for 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
I'd like to see Dane Laurie get a run, see what he can do under Stewart. I haven't really. But yeah, Jack Harrington's in. I'm happy for that. Hopefully he gets a little bit more game time today, this week.
I think this comes down to ball control, this game.
Yeah, true.
Whoever holds the ball, I think, will win it. That's another tough one.
I'm expecting Hugo to be able to play too.
Yeah, okay.
Big raps on him, and he's killing it in cup. Just making him look silly.
Fair enough. Marchy?
I'm going the Raiders, but like I say, this is either way. I'll stick with me selection on the Raiders, but yeah, it is ball control for me.
There's something about the Raiders I'm leaning towards as well. Pete?
Yeah, I'm going to go the Raiders for no real particular reason. Like, it's going to be a tough game. It's
just cold down there.
Yeah, well,
but Melbourne's weather's not much different at the moment, so
that's true.
They're sort of
two different colds.
It's pretty even. No real reason.
It's pretty hot at Toorak, but
yeah, it was warm out there.
Steamy.
Busting your bladder out there, mate.
Mark?
Storm, but I mean, it's not often you would have thought after last year you got 15th place, 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? 1 and 3 this time last year.
Yep.
So again, two spots apart, but
yeah,
extra numbers.
Look at Melbourne Storm. How often have you seen them down there anyway?
Yeah, true.
Any year. 21 years or whatever they've been going.
You see them getting belted by big scorelines.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Mate, I took Raiders because they're at Canberra. I think last week's gritty win over Souths might put them back on a path to getting a few more under their belt.
I like Raiders.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm taking Canberra. I think just outside of the spine, I think on paper Canberra just match up better. Bigger forward pack. Outside backs are probably a bit stronger.
The only thing is, Bellamy would have given him an absolute.
Imagine it.
Yeah.
He probably has for the last 4 weeks too.
At some point, those sprays are going to just be ineffective.
Yeah.
Like, you can only
Well,
spray
maybe
a team
that's
so
the
much.
case now. Maybe he's given him a spray for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and now it's like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, they're used to it. Maybe that's what's going on. They just dropped the bundle a bit.
The next one, the Dolphins play host to the Penrith Panthers. Can Penrith be as bad as they were last week?
In Darwin.
It's in Darwin, isn't it?
In Darwin.
In Darwin.
$4.90 to
Darwin.
$1.18.
Yeah, that's another Dogs Panthers game.
Wow. I don't think they can play that badly.
You wouldn't think so.
Surely, God. Well, usually, I say this usually. What's his name? Cleary's teams don't play that badly twice in a row. Usually.
We said that about the Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to take, obviously, the Panthers. I think they'll bounce back, but I wouldn't write the Dolphins off. They're one of the sides where you can think they're going to go crap, and then all of a sudden, bang.
Yeah, bang, they're out of it. Yeah.
When they're hot, they're hot.
Yeah.
I still think the Panthers will bounce back, although they've lost Liam Martin, but interesting. See how Isaac Tago goes, but in place of
I did just see that. I was like, very interesting that he's back there. But yeah, like you say, season first grader mate with young McLean out.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't come in now, and for some reason Ivan likes Isaac, and all of a sudden Milky gets pushed out next week.
Yeah.
If that happens, I'd be furious.
Yeah.
Especially
Who's he going to mark off? Well,
Avarillo.
Yeah.
Well, don't know, because he started his career on the left and then moved to the right.
That's what I mean. He's
and Ivan's not opposed to swapping sides with players, and
both of them centres, whoever takes Herbie, got to be on their game on that night.
I'd be putting Alamotti there.
They really have to make sure they get him in check quick.
I think Alamotti's a better defender. That's why I've been off Isaac Tago for the last 12 months. If you watch Penrith when he plays, a lot gets scored through him. I'd be putting Alamotti on him personally.
Especially considering the Bulldogs set the blueprint on how to beat Penrith. Just attack that Talangi edge, which will be that.
Yeah.
That edge that Casey McLean's left. So.
Do you imagine now, though, after that, you would imagine that Ivan's said, right, we need to really fix that up.
Marchy?
I'm going Panthers to bounce back. I think, but you can't write the Dolphins off, but I just can't see Panthers playing that badly again. Not the following week.
Pete?
I'm going to go the Dolphins. Yeah, I'm going to go the Dolphins. I just up there in Darwin, a little bit different.
Dolphins don't like it.
Yeah, they don't like the humidity.
They get eaten by crocodiles over there. I don't know. I just want to see how Penrith bounce back from it, and whether there's a lot of
there's a
background noise,
There's a great side on paper for
it is. Yeah.
I mean, you go look,
but you don't know what you're going to get.
That's the
problem. You don't know what you're going to get.
Osaka.
But see, they know Penrith are beatable now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we've got them away from home. Let's really give it a good crack. You don't know.
How's the video sessions been?
Well, yeah.
So that's basically what it comes to.
Yeah, they had the bye last week, so 2 weeks to prepare for it.
Yeah. So
I will say one thing, but I've been impressed with Freddie Lussick. When he played for Mitch County, he didn't put a foot wrong. He played quite well.
Yeah, no, he was definitely worth his value.
Obviously, Panthers for me. Mark?
Panthers, and I didn't think anyone in that seat could pick other than Panthers.
True.
What?
That seat's just a Panthers stronghold.
Yeah.
Things are changing, mate.
Times
are turning. We've got to say that. We've got to say that. Yeah, well,
the last time.
The crazy lady's not in the room.
Correct. Yeah, no, I've taken the Panthers only because same scenario. If they are the real deal, if they're as good as they have been for the last 5 weeks previous,
ball control's going to be crucial because he's going to be slippery up there.
Yeah, very humid.
Well, who are you taking?
I'm taking Penrith, but these conditions could suit Hammer too.
What's wrong with you guys? He's all scared of Kylie.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Have I got that to learn yet?
Yeah, you will.
I'll
You'll
just get in
learn
the
quick.
car and drive off.
She doesn't bother me, mate. I come from Curry as well. So.
And she forgets by next Tuesday.
I'll remind her now.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow.
Warriors, Titans. You couldn't go past. Oh, the Titans have been playing some good football, but Warriors at Warriors.
During the day,
During
3
the day.
o'clock.
It's getting closer to the dark. Second half, they'll come back out.
Well,
What time is it over there at that
3.
point?
Well,
It's not
that'll be
warm,
6.
but
5. or
6, that'll be
6,
night, yeah?
6.
Yeah. You're just on dark.
yeah,
Well, it's night time somewhere.
slippery.
I'm going to take the Panthers. Oh, sorry, the
Again.
She's really got you the other way.
the Warriors. I was actually looking at Fisher Harris when I said that. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I was impressed with Fish again last week. I thought he played pretty well.
He's getting back in the swing.
Yeah, he was strong.
Probably more settled now. He's been over a little while and settling in and enjoying his footy.
As much as I loved him at the Panthers, I think it was the right thing for him to go back home.
Yeah.
He's got the pride.
Yeah,
Good on him.
and you see him at the start of every game. He's got his what do
Yeah,
you call it?
no idea.
Yeah,
He's
I
got
forget
his
what it's
piece of
called,
wood.
but, you know, and you can just see that heritage means so
Oh,
much.
he
to
loves
him.
it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And
He loves
you
it.
know, I wish there was more people in the world like that.
Yeah.
That were more proud of their heritage and history. Like, how many Australians you see like that? No one gets. They can't even sing the national anthem. For Christ's sake.
It changes every week.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. It's only because the bloody thing changed since I was a kid, mate.
Well, actually, funny story. Though. I'll see if we can find it. One of the old ones. This is before Chris was actually in the studio, and we had him on the phone. He was singing their national anthem. Oh, it's a bell ringer, that one.
Ad lib.
Could
I bet you didn't sound like Julie
imagine.
McDonald.
No, he added his own words that I've never heard before into it. We'll have to find that one, but yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, that would be gold.
It's not on
Actually,
Anzac Day.
Yeah.
Dawn service.
Oh.
Yeah, COVID time again. PA's out.
I'll take the Warriors, Marchy.
I'm going the Warriors, but I'm liking Kinney and Jaden Campbell at the moment
Yes.
as well. They're starting to do stuff that they haven't. And I'm not just going on last week, the week before. I thought they started to shine a little bit. If the Warriors can control Campbell, because Kinney will feed off Campbell, I think the Warriors will get them comfortably.
Yep. I'm impressed with Randall too. I've always been. He's just a tackling machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming from a number 9
Yeah.
in the middle of the field. And he's not afraid to run the ball. He runs in and he takes some hard yards.
I was when we lost him at the Knights. I'm like,
Yeah, I was a little bit how you going when they swapped Chris
we got-
Randall for Marchy.
But we got Marchy.
I was
You,
like, how do you drop a number 9 for a bloody winger?
but we got a good winger in Marchy.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
and they've gotten themselves a good player in Chris as
100%.
well.
Yeah.
But it would have been handy to keep both.
Oh, always, mate.
Yeah. But
Going to go to the Warriors. At home, if they can bash Melbourne up like they did over here, they can do half of that. I reckon they'll bash up.
Harris DeVita, he's been impressive lately. He was getting pretty physical.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that little
He
in
belted.
your
Who did he
face.
belt the other day?
Um,
Josh King.
Josh King.
Absolutely belted Josh King.
It was a good tackle, and he gave him a little spray. So I think Joshy didn't like it, the greyhound.
He did too.
Didn't like it.
Yeah.
But it was funny when he just took off after him and the Warriors boys just grabbed him. It's like, oh, wait, settle down.
He's another bloke that could play 13 if you had to.
Yeah.
He's physical enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Josh King's not a little boy.
No.
I thought that was gold. I love that.
But it was pretty funny. You listen to him in his post-match interview. It was even funnier. Like he said to him, like, would you have gone in like that? And he goes, no, I knew. Big fish was standing near me, mate. He said, I know nothing was going to happen to me.
You got to remember too, he took was it 2 years out of the game just because he wanted to go travel on the
Yeah,
world?
and mental
Oh,
health.
yeah, he literally just went, "No, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
right.
going."
And wanted to get his mental health
yeah,
right.
and
So
then just
good
come
on him.
back. And
Yeah.
Good on him, mate.
took him a little bit to get back into the first grade squad,
Good
but
that he recognised it and didn't
Yeah.
continue.
yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
And, you know,
He's come back.
that
like
much
this.
respect for someone like that. Didn't
Yeah.
go, okay, I need time off.
Yeah.
money's
Good
not
on him.
everything, mate.
Well, I'll tell you what's close to it.
Right, Warriors.
Yeah. Joe.
Same, just because they're at home, mate, and after last week's.
I'm going to go the Titans. I've heard this afternoon that Tanner Boyd is in doubt.
Yeah.
Hamstring.
Okay,
Can't
so
pick
who
that with
comes in?
inside information.
So Hanson will come in.
Where's he getting this in?
I'd like him to give.
No, my phone was blowing up all afternoon with people mentioning it. So
I'd like him.
He's
Is
Kurt
he the?
Cabwell back in.
Is he
pretty
the?
important.
What's
We
his
have-
name?
we have different
Buzz
friends.
Rufflerd of the. Is he the new
Buzz.
Buzz?
I've got a few connections.
Hey,
there.
Buzz.
No, he taught,
Yeah,
he
he's
taught
Buzz.
them
That's
talk
his
funny
new
now.
name.
That's your name, Buzz.
Buzz.
You're the Buzz Rufflerd.
Not like you either.
It depends what week it is.
But I would like him to give Jet Cleary a run. What I seen him play at Newcastle the other week in Cup.
He's a good kid. He's
Yeah.
a good player.
100%. I'll let him go.
I don't think that he'd be feared if he went in there. I think that he'd just play his game and give it a crack.
They say Nathan's good. I reckon he'll be closing the gap in him and give him a couple of
The
years.
younger ones
And with
are
all
always.
due respect to the Titans, it's probably not a bad week to be putting him in. Give him a chance.
I would. I'd like to see him have a crack at it, to be honest. Anyway, moving on. Souths versus the Dragons. This is going to be a boring game for me, personally, I think. I think the Bunnies will run away with it quite comfortably.
Anything you can really talk about is it? It's just pick a
Loading
team.
up on sports bet, try scorers.
Bunnies for me.
$1.22 to $4.30.
Marchy?
Yeah, I can't see the Dragons breaking their
No.
their duck at the moment.
Especially see what happens over the next 24 hours.
Yeah, well, it'd
right.
be interesting news waking up in the morning, I'd be saying. It's going to be very interesting.
Dragons need to wait till they play Parramatta.
We've already beat them.
Not the way you play now.
Doesn't matter about now.
Doesn't matter now.
We're going to play him yet, too.
Big good game to watch.
Pete?
The Rabbits. I'll take the Rabbits.
Bunnies.
Yeah, same, mate.
Yeah, Bunnies by how many?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty clear cut.
Thanks, Buzz.
This one is probably arguably the game of the round for me, I think. Tigers up against the Broncos. I know the
Last
Broncos
week.
have got a few out. Reynolds is playing, but he's still, I heard that, well, in some a bit of doubt or a massive injury cloud, put it that way.
I think the fact that Duffy's named at 14 probably says
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
At this moment, they reckon he will play, but yeah.
You're
Anything's
wasting an
possible.
interchange if he does.
Yeah,
He's still,
honestly,
still not 100%, which
Why
at
do
his
it?
age and
we've seen before.
the soft tissue injuries, mate, they're not something that goes away just because you put some cups on your leg and you do a bit of,
It's hard to go past the Tigers too, so I'll take the Tigers, Marchy.
Yeah, Tigers for me.
Pete?
I'm taking the Tigers. I don't want last week to be a fluke.
Claws out. Tigers.
I took the Broncos, to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Tigers at home.
Be good to see Campbelltown go off its tree for the second week.
I don't see this ending very well for us, to be honest.
Well,
the
I
Roosters
think
in tonight.
I think the coach has been listening to the podcast, mate, because we spoke about these positional changes a week or two ago with young Hunt going to centres and Fletcher going back to fullback once Dylan.
I've still got an issue.
My problem is I honestly think that young Fletcher Sharp needs a little bit more time away because that knee,
He's not right.
mate.
And playing him at one's going to make that worse.
Absolutely.
It's gonna
But
really,
my problem also is, why is Dylan Brown
Yeah,
at
I
7?
saw that. I saw that
That's
myself.
just
I'm
because
like,
it's clear that when Ponga's back, he's the one. Sharp will move to 6.
But it
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
Sandon's been killing it.
So,
Yeah.
That's right. He's been arguably one of our best over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And he is an outright centre. 7. And Dylan Brown has said in his interview.
I don't want to be a 7.
I'm not a 7.
Yeah.
But 4 doesn't go into 3, unfortunately.
Well, this is
Let's see what happens. Let's see how they play on the weekend.
Well, this is
They might be in them. Doesn't mean they play them.
Yeah, well, that's right too. But this is the problem. Who said? Well, Ponga's still out for another 4 or 5 weeks.
4 weeks. Yeah.
And then when he comes back, who says he's going to be right anyway?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but if Fletcher Sharp's playing good at 1 and 6 and 7 are playing good there, I'm sorry, but Ponga comes back for a reserve break.
I would have left Hunt as fullback and put Sharp in.
Nah, young Fletcher Hunt's a really good defender in the centres.
Yeah,
chases hard.
He'll still do that now. I think he'll have more.
Yeah,
And
more time to actually chase the ball harder from centre.
There's not a better support player at the Knights than Sharp
Correct.
as well.
Oh, yeah, he's everywhere.
The thing
But
is,
again,
too,
like I said, with his knee,
we need to wrap up McEwen. There's a lot of clubs sniffing for him already.
The gibberish about the salary cap for Newcastle and young Jermaine.
That's every year.
Yeah.
But young McEwen needs to be tied up.
You look
quickly.
at the Roosters, but Tedesco, Mark Nquinawase.
Mark. What about young Hugo Savala, mate?
Yeah.
He's a 6 and 7 juniors. Like, he's the biggest number bloody 7 I've ever seen in my life. But he had a great game in the centres last week. Like, I thought that he stood up, and that try that they scored for Daniel Tupou, like, just literally catch pass.
Yeah.
Instantly. Like, no fear of getting hit. Just.
And this is where I think we're going to lose it, to be honest. Nathaniel White, Lindsay Collins, Angus Crichton, Wong, and Victor Radley.
Yeah.
Radley's been reserved.
But then you get their
He's
bench.
only played one game, hasn't he? Last week.
And you look at their bench too. Connor Watson, Spencer Leniu, Nat Butcher. Yeah, I just think
say the next one.
I just think they're going to be too big for us.
Yeah, look, mate, honestly, I think it's going to be a big hill to climb for Newcastle to get over.
I'm going to take the Roosters. Unfortunately, I've got to, tell the truth and say it how it is and not think with my heart. I think the Roosters are going to be too strong for us. But saying that, if I bet against my team, a lot of time, 9 times out of 10 they'll win. So hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, it won't happen for me this week. I'll go with the Roosters, mate. I mean, Newcastle can click, but it's going to take a bit of a change from last week. 100%. They look very weak in a lot of places last week, and they've got a lot to fix.
I did like Trey Mooney.
7 days. Trey Mooney, he'll be a bit of a bonus, but he's not going to make that much of a difference.
No. I've been impressed.
Not against that pack that he's coming up against.
No, and I mean a pack that's got Spencer Leniu on the bench. Yeah, anyway. Pete?
I'm going with me heart, mate. I'll go with the Knights.
I'm
not in no tipping comp, so I'll go.
You can say what you
like.
like.
I can go with the Knights, because I'm not in a tipping comp.
Right.
Knights, if they wrap up the ball, they've got the speed to get it. So they just need to wrap up and stop the offloads, which they got killed on last week.
Tupu against Young will be a good matchup.
Height-wise.
Joe,
Yeah, no, unfortunately, as much as it kills me, I'm going to go the Roosters as well, mate. I think they've just got a little bit too much class at the moment to let Newcastle under their skin and get the game. So
good to see Cody Ramsey. 18.
I feel sorry for him. He's been 18 every week.
Yeah.
It just, poor bloke, just obviously
good on him.
He's been relatively healthy.
Tommy Talau down the bottom there. It's a good inclusion. If he wanted to swap out young Hugo, put sort of centre in the spot.
I'd like to see Cody get a run home. That's a success story, What was it? Only 18 months ago, he was all but carked it.
Oh, I thought he would never play again.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm going the Roosters. I think just their bench is just too strong.
100%. Unfortunately, I think you're right. This one, the Eels. Oh, sorry, Marchy, up against the Dogs. But the interesting one for me is the return of number 10 for his First game for the Dogs, Leo Thompson.
Wow.
Very interested to see how he goes there.
I think if Dogs get away, it'll be a very limited stint.
You know, I hear that. Who was the other guy that was out? Shoulder. What's his name?
Crichton, yeah, he is named on the
He's
standard
named?
bench.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought, well, that's a big turnaround. I thought he was gone for
You
all
wouldn't
money.
rush him back, would you? And no offence, like you wouldn't rush him back.
Well, you don't need to.
No, especially like
in
this
this
is
game?
no offence. Yeah, because they're depleted. Let's be real,
Well,
they're
play reserve
depleted.
grades.
They're a depleted Eels side, so you'd think they'll win quite, well. So you wouldn't rush him back, would you? But hopefully the Eels can find something, even if they don't win, but they find a bit of form and a bit of confidence in the team, and something can come for them. Because
It's just their ball control.
Yeah.
They had no control with that. Passes to ground, passes behind players.
Chasing points, mate.
Just
chasing points.
That's the problem. They just need to. They got off to a really slow start. What was it, 18 points in 15 or 16 minutes?
Yeah.
Once you're that far gone that quick, that's what you've got to do. Unfortunately, you can't really do anything else to rein the game in. And I just see, I've just got this pretty bad feeling that this game's going to be very similar to last week. 100% Dogs, mate.
No, that's
I just can't see them changing that over the last. They've let, what's that, 2 games of over 50. They've had a 40-point game put on them.
Yeah.
You got to turn around Monday. Hopefully this might be
mate.
your week.
Hopefully it is this week, but I just, seriously, I've got a tip with, I'm in a tipping comp.
But are you doing well?
You want me? Are you saying you want me to tip him for you?
Pete.
Well, if you take the Earls, mate, I'll take you outside and knock you out.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bulldogs. I think the inclusion of Thompson probably is, if he's fit, will be better. Like, no disrespect to Max King, but I just think Leo brings out
bit more aggression.
And very keen to see how he takes it on. But
Doggies.
Great.
Yeah, I think that's the Dogs, mate. Just after last week, I think they'll have another point to prove that last week wasn't a fluke.
Luke?
Yeah, Dogs.
All right, cool. Well, that's our team list for this week, and we're going to take a short break, come back and wrap it up. That's our show for again this week. We have an absolute ball, some more than others. We did a little bit of street talk. Check that out. But what's happening this week at the ranch, Pete?
They've got Shannon Knowles out there on Friday night. So Knowles coming out there. Get your tickets. Go onto their Facebook page or their website. Grab your tickets to that.
Do we know how much a ticket is?
$49 for a ticket. Yeah, so it'll be well worth it out there. He puts on a cracking show. It'll go for a couple of hours. So
we're going to catch up with Shannon before.
We'll catch up with him when he's doing his sound check or after his sound check. We're going to have a word on the street with him and get out some information. So
it's taken off. Word on the street now.
Yeah,
people lined up everywhere for an interview now.
So we're come up with some questions for him, and
if you got any out there you want us to ask, throw them in. You never know. We could ask a couple of viewers questions. But,
so he's quite happy to have a chat with us. All the roads, the KTP podcast out there in Condobolin, so he knows all about us, and
true.
He's willing to jump on board and have a chat and stuff. So that'll be good.
You sing us a couple of songs there, Marchy, from Shenanigans.
No, you've already done that, mate. You've got that covered.
He's already
Can we get Knowlesy singing
every song he ever wrote.
The Rubber Dub Dub song?
The Rubber Dub Dub. Get Knowlesy to sing that. Rubber Dub Dub.
Yeah, that'll be good. It'll be a good night. It'll be a cracking night. So
it'll be
get
good.
your dancing boots on.
Yeah, and if you can't make it to Knowlesy on Friday, just get your dancing shoes on for Sunday. Is the boot scooting back?
I'm not sure the boot scooting's back on Sunday, but
there'll be something good on out there.
Look, it's there's you want to go out and have a great feed.
Absolutely.
There'll be live music, great food. The boys can attest to that from last week.
Great,
and,
great staff there as well.
Great staff. They look after you.
There's plenty out there.
It's a place to be.
It's everything for the
very
kids.
good, very good.
Hence why it's the home of the podcast, because it's the best place in town. Mark, thanks for coming on, mate.
Always a pleasure being here.
And Jay?
Thank you kindly.
No, I'm not.
Thank you very much.
No, I said thank you kindly.
Thanks, Luke, for coming in.
Thank you.
And Marchy.
Yeah, good to be back.
Good to have you back.
Yeah.
Nice, Chris.
Enjoyable tonight.
Yeah, took the heat off everyone else, didn't it?
Yeah. Rub-a-dub-dub.
He forgot about everyone tonight, didn't he?
He did. Oh, except for one.
Unfortunately.
And you're going to join us next week for the whole show.
Yeah, apparently I've been invited on to have the whole show up here, and yeah, it'd be great. Looking forward to that. Yeah, I'll have to make sure I watch some footy.
And you're away for a week.
Yep. Off to
Oh,
a
I'm
straight
taking over
session.
the big fella spot.
Wear some socks, mate. She's getting
We'll
cold.
put a booster seat on for you.
Yeah,
It's got the
big shoes to fill there.
Where's Matt coming in?
Literally.
Booster seat.
Yeah, well, you know,
Is he allowed back?
hopefully he's got something else on again next week. We'll see how we go.
He does have a mild suspension.
Anyway,
yeah.
on
He's
that note,
suspended
we'd
for a week. Yeah.
like to thank all of our sponsors. We appreciate everything you do, and we have an upgrade of some equipment coming. So check that out. Coming up soon. Plus, we have a heap of merchandise up for if you're after any of the shorts and our jerseys. Our jerseys that orders will be going in next week. So if you want one, get in before the orders are shut. These are genuine. They're made out of the actual spandex, like the proper players' jerseys. So
Oh, right.
it's
Yeah,
they're
they
the,
look good.
they're the duck's nuts. They're the cat's
Yeah.
pajamas. Yeah. So jump on and check them out anyway, and we'll till next week.
It's all about league.
Good. I hope you got your head massage while you're away.
Which one?
You sound like your balls have dropped. Did you give them a bit of a tug before you said hello?
No.
Liar.
Yeah.
Why did I cross the road? Because I had my dick stuck in the chicken.
I can't do the Simon voice. But
That was pretty good.
He's been practicing in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
Hey, Marchy, were you born on a chicken farm? Because you sure know how to raise a clock. Take 5.
I can't believe he just looked into the camera and the light wasn't on.
no one's
No,
home.
the light's never on.
I once dated a pair of twins. People always ask how I can tell them apart. It was easy. Mary painted her nails purple, and Bob had a dick. Take 10, and I've got the clap.
We got it all on KTP, the podcast made for you.